All right, we should also be live on YouTube
gifted a
now.
tier 1 sub to Bob_Von_Bob. They have given 76 gift subs in the channel.
You guys are about to hit... Oh, there's only 20 seconds left to hit level 10. What do the levels do for golden trains? I don't know. That's 99. There's 10 seconds. They do nothing? Oh, interesting.
Hey,
Bruh.
that's pretty good.
It succeeded again.
Zymes BB. Also Zyme, you're tripping, my Insta looks lit, Lidger, don't miss.
Z_Sean Tonga gifted a tier 1 sub to Hey Diddle.
Get in, loser. We're going shopping.
Holy shit. Robin, thank you for the gifting 5 subs. All these golden kappas.
Get in, loser. We're going shopping.
You only get the golden kappa for 24 hours. Yeah, it is limited.
Get in, loser. We're going shopping.
Oh, at least it gives you and the other level 3 hype training. Oh, I got the spooky ghost.
Nice.
Too late, Sag.
I actually wanted this emote. This ghost is amazing. Okay, all right. Fuck the golden kappa. Look at this ghost. Look at this little adorable ghost. This RPG ghosto. I've seen this emote before and I wanted it. How do you get the ghost? It's one of the level 3 hype train emotes that you can get. Victa has it too. The ghost is good. That ghost is a good emote. Where can we see the Twitch Rivals leaderboard? On the site, it's just showing blank.
Rathra gifted a tier 1 sub to Quesos Grand. They have given
video going over the most
77
common farming
gift
subs
subs in
Warframe
the
updated from
channel.
2023 onwards. If not, we think it'd be a good video. I am planning to do that, but I gotta get the tier list done first. Yeah, I want to do a total farming guide for like all the different resources. I'm going to change this hoodie before Rivals. But I need to get the tier list done for this year first, and of course the like build update videos too. You got the pineapple pizza emote. Man, I'm really hoping for a lot for this dev stream. What I want from this dev stream is the fix for Netracells. Just fix the drop rate, fix the drop table, tell me what it is, show me a Naros rework, and like we'll see if that's good. And then show me Dorito. I want to see Library Man. I want to see Dante. Actually, I don't want to see Dante. I want to see Dante. I forgot that Dante is derogatory. Do I get Warframe drops here, or is that on their stream? Only on their stream will you get the Warframe drops. On Twitch, for those of you on YouTube, you don't get it. They don't. That doesn't work. There's no system like that on YouTube. You mean Triangle and Alan Wake? That's correct. Is it derogatory? Yeah, Dante? Okay, it's derogatory in that Dante refers to the Devil May Cry with like the shitty one.
Nice.
Not 2, but
Disco.
the more recent shitty one. Yeah, DMC Devil May Cry. Yeah, that thing. That's what Dante is. I thought it was referring to the Knicks player. I don't watch sports. I don't know. I don't even... What do the Knicks do? What kind of sport is that? I don't know. All right. Music going off. Stream sounds happening. Alerts going off.
Hello, everybody.
All right.
Happy Friday, and welcome to Devstream.
Everyone is here.
77.
It's a special dev stream.
It's
our 11-year anniversary of streaming.
It's our birthday.
Devstream
Oh, is
1
it?
was February 2013.
How wild.
Unreal.
Right?
I didn't realize that their
the
stream
end of
anniversary
February
for
of
these was like the same
2013,
as
we did our
mine.
First
Almost.
ever dev stream, and that was 11 years ago.
Chat, were you there?
Were you there?
Were
Chat?
you there for the
Were you
first
there?
dev stream?
Oh,
You
I
there?
fucking was
I was
all right, buddy.
Yeah, you didn't even work at DE yet.
I was soon after. Okay?
Soon.
Soon after.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's been a while. Glad you're here. Really excited to talk about Dante Unbound and really get into that. But we do have, of course, classic housekeeping that we want to talk about first. Before we get into anything, let's introduce the lovely folks on the couch. We're going to start at this.
Before we get into anything else, here's the new drop tables for
Hello,
Netracell.
hello. I'm Paulo. I'm the design
Can you
director.
imagine?
I'm a little sick today, so I might just sit here looking pretty
We
and
actually
not
don't
talk.
know if you're sick.
Yeah, I don't know. My throat is hurting mysteriously in the last hour, so we'll see how it goes.
My name is Rebecca Ford. You might know me from Warframe.
I hope
but
Pablo's
more
good. I had that,
accurately, you
and
might
it turned
know
into
me
like
from
being
something
sick for like
Pablo
4
brought me
days, so I
today,
hope he's good.
Which is, he brought me a blanket of my viral tweet. So if you don't know me from Warframe, you might know me from photographing this picture.
A
which
powerful
I have
aura
no
was
explanation
here.
for. But yeah, so my name is Rebecca, and I'm
That's me.
and that's me. That's it. That's all I got.
My name is Megan. I don't have a viral tweet, but I am the community director for Warframe.
Well, maybe you do. Were you sitting there?
Maybe that was me.
I am
know that was
Kaz
Rabbit
Adams.
was, yeah.
I'm the weapons lead on Warframe.
Hey everybody, I'm Eric, audio lead for Warframe. Nice to have y'all.
We are at a
Welcome.
stocked crowd today. A great couch to go through Dante Unbound. We do have a Twitch drop today. It is an Archon shard.
I thought
grab
Kaz was
bag,
like
so you
just
can
general
get
art
yourself
lead.
A yummy,
Is it weapons
yummy
lead?
Archon shard.
I thought Kaz does a
Like
bunch
the
of stuff.
Three base.
Through base.
No Tau Forged.
No time.
I wish
I'm not watching.
I wish I logged in, man.
Uh-oh, get your phone out.
Hey, you're here. Where are you?
That's right.
Do you have a phone? You could. It could
I don't
be
have
you.
internet over here.
Ah, it's all right. So that's our Twitch drop today. We will, of course, have Gift of the Lotus alerts after the stream.
That might do too
We
much
have
to fit in the box.
Potatoes, Orkin Reactor, and Orkin Catalyst blueprints ready for you in those alerts. And then something that launched yesterday that is very fun. Do you want to?
Oh, I already bought this.
I thought you were talking
Chat.
about the iOS build.
Chat.
I was like, that was Tuesday, girl.
No.
But
Don't tell me to buy it. I already bought it.
Mesa statue. I don't know if we can zoom.
It's already been purchased.
do not trust
You don't have to
me
tell me.
with anything.
She's got her finger
Gorgeous.
guns and everything.
She's
like
got the finger guns.
It's okay.
She can
It's
point
correct.
it right at the camera.
Wrong camera.
No one wants to get up. No one wants to get up.
Also, hey, also, there's a special bundle for that comes with Mesa dice. I did also. That's the version I bought, of course.
Oh,
But if you're gonna get this, if you love Mesa like I love Mesa, there's a version that has like
God,
Mesa
unboxing.
dice. It has like two
If you'd like to
Mesa
get your
themed
hands on a
D6s.
Mesa statue, you can
So
actually
if you're
Mesa
into any kind of dice
Take it right
shenanigans,
to the
D&D
store
or
for, like,
whatever,
$21. You can also get the Gunslinger collection, which comes with pins and dice. We're selling dice,
Nice.
now.
Nice.
We're
For all those
selling
selling
dice.
dice.
That's
fans
nice.
out there.
Mesa
Dice
is a gambler.
nice.
Yes.
Dice is nice. So that is available now. And then a couple things that we've kind of already talked about and we want
Fuck,
to get you on.
pulls
or
out
just
wallet,
give
that's
you
correct.
The heads up that it's happening. We are going to be at PAX East this year in Boston, Massachusetts.
makes me so sad that I'm not gonna be able to do East this
We
year.
haven't been in so long,
I
and we
know.
have the main stage for a live audience dev
Yes,
stream.
so the March
Wow.
dev stream is going to be on March 22nd. It's a bit earlier than it would normally be at the end of the month, but we wanted to do it at PAX and do it
Turns
live
out
with
buying a
live
house
audience. So we
limits
will be
what
there on the main
conventions you can go to.
stage for our March dev stream. It's going to be myself, Rev, and Jeff. Jeff's coming to Boston.
Nice.
We're going to be on the main stage talking about stuff. I don't want to spoil anything, but it will be a fun, exciting experience to be back with a live
Who's
audience.
10 VIP
It's gonna
founders?
be nerve-wracking,
Um,
but it is going to be great. And then
no.
afterwards, we're going to have our classic.
It's
10
just
VIP
a party.
hangout. It's at
Like
currently a
there are
sold-out
invites for it and
event.
stuff. Like they asked me
You
if I was
all
gonna
went
like be
a
there,
little
and then
bananas
obviously
and sold
I'd be
out
able
the
to get
event
in.
the day we announced it,
But,
which
like,
is great.
it's like,
I love it.
you can just, like,
there is
sign
a
up for it, I
wait list
think.
if you want to be on it. You know, some people realize maybe they
There's a
can't
wait list,
come to
there
the
you go.
10 VIP event and refund their free ticket, and becomes available if you're on the wait list. So if you're interested in that, you're going to be in Boston, Massachusetts.
I've already made my karaoke requests.
It's the Final Fan.
Metal Gear 3.
Metal Gear
Snake
3.
Eater.
Yo.
Can't wait, I'm
Wow.
practicing.
You want to come see
God,
that in
fucking,
person.
why is Rebecca
Yeah,
always
it's
just
worth
so
it. It's gonna be
goddamn
really
based?
Worth it. I'll record it. No,
What a thrill.
lovely.
I remember going to the one that we put out Chroma Prime, or Chroma, the original Chroma.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I was there for that one.
Wow.
That was also, that was a PAX.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
PAX
yeah, that
East,
was PAX.
wasn't it?
As a you weren't DE yet.
No,
were
I
you? No,
wasn't.
yeah.
I was just a fan.
You were just synchrosis.
Yeah.
I was just a cool
Oh,
one.
what a time. Oh my God, what a throwback.
Nice greetings.
And in the realm of throwback anniversaries,
Ajin, thank you for the resub.
as Reb mentioned, 11 years. We are going to be very soon celebrating 11 years of Warframe. This is the key art for it, and as you can see, we do have a new
You know what? This
Dex
makes sense.
weapon.
This is the
Dex
right weapon to
Nakana
choose.
Is going to be joining the anniversary
Yeah.
Dex.
This is the
kinda
this is the
arsenal.
correct
We will
choice.
Have alerts that will provide you with
It is
previous
11
year's Dex
because of the
stuff,
sheath.
as we like to do, and some other
Yeah.
little fun things we'll be doing. for the
Thematically,
anniversary.
this is
That's
exactly
gonna
what
be
they should have done.
happening in March.
That's like a huge piece of news. You're just like,
I'm just spitting them
I
out
know.
here. We have a lot to get there, so
I
I'm just
know,
kind of
but
going
like,
fast.
our weapons
Megan
lead
said we
us
have
here.
shit to do.
Kaz is here.
Dex Nakana, what's the
Yeah.
story?
Also,
about?
Nakanas are great right now, so like we will use
This
this.
is one
right?
that he designed himself. This is his. I think this is his first self-designed piece in the game.
Amazing. It's
He
beautiful.
did a great job with it.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Killer.
It's
Looks awesome.
a little piece of trivia. I don't know if we've done it every year, but most years we try and hide the number of emissives on the piece as the year that it's coming out. So this has 11 emissives on it.
Oh.
I didn't even know that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Look at
Guys,
that.
there's so sneaky.
Man,
over
art
there.
team details go
Now we
crazy.
can all study the blade.
You just find out shit that
together on our
nobody
11th
knew.
year.
You will
Good.
study the blade. So that is going to be happening in March.
Like all the other
Stay tuned
devs are
for
like,
that.
you've
We
been
do
doing
also
that?
have some fun community glyphs that are going to be involved that are super awesome. So just stay tuned for more information. We'll let you know as we get closer to the date of our 11-year anniversary. And then something we also have announced, we announced this last year, which is crazy for us, TennoCon. TennoCon is happening this year, July 19th.
I will
and
be doing
20th. If
that.
you are interested in
TennoCon.
coming to the event,
Can't miss
getting
that. House
yourself a
or
digital
not,
pack,
we can't miss
you can
TennoCon.
save the date of March 28th. Wow.
That's when tickets go on
That's
sale.
when tickets go on sale.
Yeah,
Digital
this key
tickets
art
and
tells me
physical
some
tickets,
things.
If you want to come to the event, will be going on sale March
So
28th
this
at 11
this key art tells
a.m.
me a few
Eastern Time.
things.
Set your calendars, set your
We have some
alarms,
information from
all
this
set,
one.
and don't miss out on the perhaps ticket tier that you really want. Obviously, the digital packs are endless, and we won't run out of digital.
Will Sarah go
packs,
too? The plan
but
is
there is
yes.
a limited, obvious quantity of tickets this year, as there is every year. And it is a 2-day event. We've kind of talked about this already. January. Woo!
Modern Warfare
July
3?
19 and 20th.
Sorry, Modern
we are
Warframe
going to
3?
be hosting kind of a Tenno VIP, Tenno
It's quite a long way that this is 1999. Well, we know that we need there has to be setup,
party, so if you're there
or
on the
we
19th,
can't just go to
make sure you come and get
1999
your
right
ticket
now.
and you'll
It
be
just it
able
wouldn't
to
make any sense.
Party with us
Party
on the
down.
19th.
Like the story has
Have
to
a
we have
little-
to have more information and
lethal
get there.
company right now.
That's just how I dance, bro.
That's just how I dance. That's just how I
The
dance.
move.
So that's what's going to be happening on the 19th, and then the 20th is obviously the big day where all the panels are happening, and Tenno Live. What are we going to show? I don't know.
Keynotes,
Lots of stuff
Twitch
happening.
drops.
All of it.
Pablo might talk by then. We might let Pablo talk.
Bump
We haven't
the
decided
volume.
yet.
We can do that.
Also, of course, happening at TennoCon, we have our usual classic cosplay contest.
Which was
And I'm
very
happy to
good
announce
last
submissions
year.
are now open. They do close June 23rd, so make sure you get them in before then. Obviously, you don't have to have your cosplay done right now and submitted, but just kind of saving your spot, letting us know that you want to be a part of the competition, be that the competitive
Yeah,
side
I was
of it,
very-
or if you
very
just
glad
wanna
that
be
we
a part
were,
of the cosplay contest
we're
and
checking
show
that out
off
whenever
your
we were
gear.
doing the live
Would love
stream.
to have you submit. So it is now open. You can do !cosplay in Twitch chat. It'll take you to the forums where the submission form is there.
His
Do it.
channel's been talking
Do
about
it.
doing
Do
Mirage
it.
this
Do it
year.
now.
Mirage
Do
is a
it.
good pick.
Kaz will judge you.
More. We need more.
Rose, when are you gonna
More
cosplay?
We love it.
Yes.
And then as well, we are
Y'all,
doing
let me
a
get
community
the
showcase
studio
this
and the new
year.
house
So this
built,
is
and then
kinda
we'll
resembling how
then
we
we'll
had
do
the
then we
museum
can
last
do
year.
larger
This year we're
projects.
going to do a bigger community showcase and really
I
take
don't
up a
have
large
the
space
space
of
for
the
like a
convention,
workshop
and
to
we
make
would
a
love if
fucking
you wanted
cosplay
to
yet.
submit your
We'll get
art.
there.
This goes to fan art.
I'll see
replicas,
you guys in
props, all of the
2026 for that
above.
one.
Do
Okay,
that
maybe
too.
2025
Do a
if we go
poem. I would
fast.
love a poem.
Pablo, he spoke not.
Oh.
A whisper in the deep walls. Pablo, please speak now.
Hello.
Lovely. You can do ! showcase if you're interested in submitting to that, and we will obviously go through the submissions. Again, you have until June 23rd to procure some fan art or make a replica or your prop, a Deviri mask, whatever it is. We would love to see it and for you to be a part of that. So
Yes.
Damn.
you have all of those links at your disposal. All
That's
right.
a lot of links.
That's a lot of links. But you
All
know
right,
what
thanks
else?
for watching the Devstream.
Yeah,
That's
see you
it.
later. Have a great day. Just
Bros
kidding. Who
cosplay
wants
as a
1,000
domestic
platinum?
drone.
Rue roll.
I do.
I do.
I do too, actually.
Well, what am I going to submit for? Will I get into the exhibit if I submit something?
It depends.
Okay.
Depends on what it could be.
We'll be the judge of that.
Hey now, I'm going to submit some 5-star stories fan art. Yes.
You might be on
They
this.
made it.
Yeah, it's in
Audacious.
the game.
Oh no. We have 1,000 platinum winner of
Lained Dan.
Leanna
Also, thank you,
Dan.
Audacious. Thank you for making that big sheet. That is going to be
You've won 1,000
extremely
platinum.
helpful.
Please whisper the Warframe Twitch channel you're watching right now with your in-game aliens platform. Play Warframe on. We'll send you your platinum. Leanna Dan. Leanna Dan. All right. Something else that happened this week that's pretty monumental. We launched on the phones. We launched on iOS phones specifically.
Yeah.
That's
the iOS
right.
platform, which is wild. Warframe is now officially on 5 platforms. Obviously, congrats to the team that.
With Twitch Rivals, I have not
together.
had the chance to
Worked
play
with
more
Nitro
Warframe on
to
phones. I'm
this
going to get my
done.
login reward
Our
real quick,
team
though,
at
actually.
DB getting this done. We ran away.
Albrecht, yes, of course.
Okay. It launched on Tuesday. We've been doing, respective hotfixes for it as we, see the reports coming in and such. Crossplay and cross save is live with it. It had a little
Don't you
bump
guys
at the
have fun?
beginning, but it is now fully functional, and you can cross save, cross play on your iOS device. We have 9 fan favorite Tenogen.
Wasn't bad on my
in the
15 at
build.
all. Yeah, it's not been bad for me, especially
We love
considering
it.
the state of
We love
my
Tenogen.
the
We will be
decorations in my
obviously adding to
orbiter.
it. We're gonna show
Very
you some
fine.
Tenogen that's coming in Dante.
It's 10
that will
gigs, like,
obviously
bruh.
also come
That's
to
so
your
small
iOS
for what
device.
Warframe is, though.
New Tenogen.
Yeah,
We're
new
back.
Tenogen
Oh,
in
very
the
loud.
stream. We're
Tenogen.
cooking.
We're cooking.
Yeah, I think with the iOS launch, it's just been over 3 days now, and where we're at is we're going to actually try and hotfix today to fix the 4th ability not working, and then we have a code build. Someone in the studio, I won't say who, is trying to reproduce the launcher data failed issue. This is a live dev cam look at them trying to repro it. As far as I know, this person is really working hard to, and they actually, as we were sitting here on the couch, they did get a repro for the content could not be downloaded. So there's sort of like 3 buckets of next steps for the iOS build. We are going to try and hotfix as soon as today for the 4th ability not working. We have a code build in progress to fix some prog stops and a few other things, and then getting connectivity all sorted out, whether it's pulling from the launcher or connecting to our NRS for online presence. We're working on all of these things. Steve is not here. He did get he reproduced the one issue, so it's like this is what everyone else is doing while
Yeah,
we're
Varro's
sitting
here.
here. So that is live.
Really good,
live
actually, if
lunch
I'm going to
cam
be
of
out and
Steve
about.
doing
This is
that
really
at
good for
lunch,
Varro, too.
so.
We
Didn't
got
think
it.
about that.
He reproed.
We repro.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
Everyone say thanks, Steve.
Thank you, Steve.
Can we get a thanks,
Yeah, look
Steve?
at this.
Pablo, I know that you're a man of few words today, but there was.
He nodded. He didn't.
That's your tap.
Yes. Reb brought up on our mobile launch stream that with the iOS build, we have the capability to customize the touch screen and where your inputs are. And she wanted to ask you, when is it coming to PC?
Oh, yeah, no, actually, I have that fucking question, too. For anyone who's not played it on iOS yet, the UI is 100% customizable. You can move all of the UI elements wherever you fucking want.
UI Devstream, probably like Devstream.
Like, it's
18,
FF14 style.
where Pablo said, "You are the sun," and pointed at.
It's fucking nice.
on
It's
Optimizing
good
the
as
code,
shit.
moving it around.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially it died to performance. Essentially, at some point we really needed to increase the performance of the HUD, and we changed how the HUD is made. And because of that, it's very hard to, generally when you're deciding those sorts of things, you have to sometimes do the hard choice between flexibility or performance. And in this case, we went with performance, and basically the way that the HUD works right now, we would have to pay in performance to allow you to move it around.
And to be clear, it's actually a different HUD on the mobile game. So the reason that trade-off isn't made is because they made an entirely new HUD that performs at a different level because there's way less in it. And
That's true.
Yeah, so we can take a look at that. We showed it on, Megan showed it on the iOS launch stream, but just to give you a sense, like and they're all touch buttons. You can't really see it from here. Anyway, the point is, this is what you can do on the iOS one.
Yeah, no, but it's just moving the controls. It's not moving the actual HUD.
Yeah.
So it's not. Yeah.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
Controls only.
All right, there's your answer. We got it. All right.
Straight from A man of few words.
A man of few words. That was a lot of words for a man of few words. I'm so
that
sorry.
was half my words for the
we
whole
need to only ask him like
One more
top level.
sentence.
Yeah. Yes and no questions.
Yeah.
All right, we mentioned brand new Tanogen is finally coming to Warframe in Dante Unbound, and I'm really happy to show the next 6 pieces that we are going to be adding.
They've been cooking for a while.
They've been
When's
cooking.
the new MTX
So we have
with the
6
iOS
pieces
release?
coming in Dante
Oh,
Unbound.
you mean like
That's correct.
All
exclusive
platforms.
cosmetics?
That's
I don't think they want to do
correct.
exclusive
Starting off
cosmetics with
strong
cross save
with
anymore.
A Sevagoth deluxe skin by Gusmo. Gosmo?
Oh.
Wow.
This looks nice.
Sisters below. Oh my god.
Not again. It's been stuck in my head for so long.
I know,
Sorry.
it's an earworm. And then kind of a Ezreal collection, if you will. We have the Ezreal Cydana by Gusmo.
Oh.
Really add to it.
This one's
is this a
got
cape or is it
really
like
cool
flap out?
animations
Are they
on
like
the
Oh, it's
fingers.
animated,
grippy
okay.
little fingies?
Yeah.
I'd have to see this
grip.
one in
Off
game.
there?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Oh,
great.
it's like you're getting a space massage.
It's kind of wide. That
Gentle
might work
space
on some
massage.
frames.
I want that
With
one.
giant claws.
And then the Ezreal sword as well by Gusmo.
Nah, sword I don't
Wide
like.
as- Yeah.
Damn.
I'll have to see this in Donna in game. I don't like the
Slicey.
sword.
And then we have a Gyre Cuvial Monarch skin
They
by
have curved
Ernix.
swords.
I just love this
This
one.
one.
Okay,
Cool.
this is.
Oh my god.
I don't want to
This is the
use
first
this,
Gyre
but this is a
Tanogen.
very cool
I think
idea.
so.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a full Cuvial skin. Come on.
That's very
Gorgeous. I was saying earlier,
I
like
love
this
all the
looks
masks.
like an actual character.
Yeah, this is
Like, it
unbelievable.
looks So unique and beautiful. I love it.
Unbelievable.
And then we have the Batomorpha Yoreli alternate helmet by Ventral Hound,
Yep.
That's
that
a
is
good
sick.
helmet, actually.
Aquatic, but femme, I love it.
our aquatic princess.
That really
And then
does
finally we
scream
have
Ureli
the
Prime, doesn't it?
Ventus Vematar
Actually.
by Ventral Hound.
This is
Oh.
Gross.
best. It is a bug
Gross.
skin. Bug ship. Bug ship.
One big
No, we're spreading
They're
democracy,
just amazing
as far as I'm
pieces.
aware,
We've worked
in the current
with
month,
these
in the current
creators
year.
for quite a while, and they've been in production for quite a while. So we're really happy to put these out finally.
Bugs.
bugs.
Very
Some really
gross.
amazing pieces coming in Dante Unbound.
This is not
and, you know,
democratic.
we're working on more, obviously, to be released later
yes.
that will keep you up to date and show you on. But these are the first 6 brand new pieces being added on all platforms, including iOS. So very
This
excited.
does not smell like
Bugs.
freedom.
Bugs.
Bugs.
We have a few
That's an
sound
incredible
things I'd
skin.
like to,
Not for
to
me.
talk about, Eric.
Hey, yeah.
In our lovely 10-minute countdown, there was a bit of some combat-ish music.
Yeah.
What's the vibe with that?
The great Matthew Chalmers has been cooking.
He's
been
cooking.
in the kitchen.
Let him
Lots
cook.
of cooking going on.
We're gonna lots of cooking happening. Yeah, we're making.
I mean,
a
the
new
audio
combat
team is
track
just
for
always
Dante
cooking.
Unbound, and that was a little sneak peek. So you'll be able to slay your foes to a new music track.
So is it the Murmur that are making the music, or is it Lloyd?
A little bit of both.
It's
a
a
collab.
collab. It's like
Boxing
a
together.
Jay-Z and Linkin Park, but like.
Lloyd supplies the beats, and
Oh,
the
I
Murmurs
see.
sing over top.
The art team is in it. The art and audio teams are in a
And then
permanent
also
state of
brought,
cooking.
another more Whispers in the Wall-esque behind-the-scenes video on perhaps are the Whispers
Has the audio
really
team ever
whispers?
not killed it?
Yes.
Ever since
Yeah,
Ambulas's
we like to
rework,
show how the sausage
the
is
audio
made
team has
sometimes,
not
so
missed
While
one
we're cooking,
time.
of course.
while we're cooking.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course, there's going to be some brand new tiles in the update.
They have been in the
and,
kitchen
just wanna show a
for
little behind
how
the
long has it
scenes
been
of
since
what
Ambulas
goes into it.
Reborn?
So Laura
I think it's
and
been
Jeff
like
have working
5
hard on the
years.
ambience for those.
They've been
And,
cooking the
yeah,
whole time.
Cool new sounds coming.
If you enjoy
Sounds good to
ASMR,
me.
you're about to get the tingles. Let's listen.
Hi, my name is Laura, and I'm a sound designer at Digital Extremes. I worked with the audio team to create ambience assets for the Entrati and the Man in the Wall tile sets for the Whispers in the Walls release and the upcoming Dante Unbound release. Today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the Whispers that I created for the Entrati tile set.
Before that, when have they ever missed? They just weren't cooking yet.
I created
Before
a
Ambulas
dark,
Reborn.
whispery
A lot of
texture
like
by
the
recording my
old
own
and
voice
basic
speaking
audio
blood tone.
from like really early Warframe is like not bad in any way, but it's just like regular video game noises, kind of. You know what I mean? Like generic
I ran
assault
my
rifle
voice
sound.
into an analog delay pedal while manually controlling the delay time and the
But ever since Ambulas Reborn, they are just like full cooking.
To give it an ethereal, haunted quality, I layered several recordings,
That fish doesn't
adjusting
shut
the
the fuck
timing
up?
and the
What do you
pitch
mean?
and
He's great.
reverb, and reversed a few of the clips as well. And this is what that sounds like.
Audio software is magic. That's correct.
Hi everyone, my name is Jeffrey. I'm a sound designer here at Digital Extremes. I've been working alongside our amazing sound team to create ambient elements for the upcoming Dante Unbound release. Let's take a look.
I'll show you how I recorded and designed some of the quill paper
This is a
scribbles
actually
that you'll
really
hear
cool
as part of
Kalervo
the
fashion.
ambience and the new Entrati tile setting.
It's like it's
created a basic
like a
session to
Whispers
start my
Kalervo.
workflow, and then recorded
That
my
aesthetic
own
is actually
scribbles
super
to
sick.
add into the design. Here's how that sounds.
Okay, but release your
Using
Kalervo
an EQ
colors.
to clean up my recordings and focus more on the top end of the sample, I then added some effects to create that enchanting sound by using a flanger with a mild chorus setting and some reverb to fit it into the space. Layering
You were
everything from the
cooking
scribbles and
in the
page flips,
audio
as
studio
well as
right
adding a
now.
roosh layer and a
But
synth
also,
bell pad to create an added
but also,
tone.
what's your Kalervo color scheme?
Altogether, this is how it sounds. And this is how it sounds in game.
Thanks so much for watching and playing. We're excited to show you what we've been working on. See ya.
Yay!
Hey,
sound
thank you, Laura and
team!
Jeff.
Yeah. Man scribbles in note. So good.
Oh my god.
So
That's such a
good.
direct
The whispers
match
are
for how the
whispers
whispers look.
confirmed.
They are
They're
whispers
truly-
confirmed. They are void tongue confirmed.
Wow, Laura's got that void tongue.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Super
right.
like who has a
Phrasing?
more fun
Are we doing
job?
phrasing?
Like, God.
Honestly.
Yeah, every video begins with. So I went into
Like the most out
went
of
to the
pocket.
studio and
Yeah.
grabbed a hammer.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, yeah, we'll talk about when we get to the weapons, but there was like a sound design pivot on one of the weapons because of the
Yeah. Last Devstream we
Yeah.
were talking about
No,
coins.
Flutter.
Yeah,
on the
well,
fist.
I know.
We'll see if players can pick it up, but I don't want to say pivot. In addition, let's say.
An addition, yes.
Excellent.
All right. Obviously, the last Dev stream talked a lot about Dante.
It does not change the
Unbound.
phrasing.
This stream is going to be very gameplay heavy and showing you all of
We
those
love to
things
see it.
in
I love
action.
gameplay.
So Dante Unbound.
Yeah, I think I want to just give a really big overview to everyone on what this update is. You know, last stream, if you watched it, we learned the name of the update and the signature frame, but even having the sound team show us a little bit of the themes of the update using the quill and the paper. I'm looking here. I don't know where you want me to look, Rue. Yeah. This update is about Dante and his story and what his fate was, why we're just discovering him now that we've gone into the deep Entrati labs. And Dante Unbound is going to bring you Dante, but his connection to existing characters might surprise you. This is a story about loss, a story about making sacrifices. You know, what we're trying to do is bring the Laverian back in a way that's a bit more character-driven, and maybe the
Oh, is
Laverian's fallen on
Dante the
hard
Laverian
times,
guy?
and a very enterprising villain, Parvos Granum, may want to buy the local community library. Like, what's going to happen if Drusus Laverian feels he needs to sell the Laverian and all its artifacts because maybe you're not donating enough credits, right? Like, who knows? But
Not me
that's just
walking in
cosmetic,
when it's a
but,
Nightwave challenge to be
you'll
like,
meet
a
some
single
familiar
credit
characters
for
in this
your
update,
time.
and you'll learn what happened to Dante, what his role was in the Laverian, and how you, by playing a new game mode, can help save the Laverian.
You love a new game mode.
Dante and Drusus and Parvos all have a part to play in
Wait,
all
Dante
the
and
lore
Drusus, different
coming
people.
in this update. You'll hear from Parvos again.
We love hearing from Parvos again,
and
just in
I did
time
see
for
questions on,
Protea
is it
Prime.
a quest? Is it?
No, we wanted to ship this update quickly. Quests do
Save
take
your local
probably the
library.
most time from everyone, and we love doing quests. We will keep doing them, but we had a pretty strong set of ingredients to make a Laverian, non-Laverian work, which I think you'll enjoy by going through it. We have a new game mode that has a lot to do, well, it's a disruption game mode, but done in the Entrati setting, and we have lots of those transmissions to help you understand what's going on. And we've actually added to the characters, and Megan will walk us through it. There will be some spoilers. Megan will walk us through some narrative advancement in this update. So it's not a quest, but there is, we are pushing forward everything you might have discovered in the Whispers in the Wall update. because
Okay,
there's just,
that's important because there's a
lot
lot
of
there.
unfinished business in that update for the short term. Like, are Lloyd and Necroloid on speaking terms? What's, you know, all those things we're dealing with.
Are Lloyd and
in Dante
Necroloid on
Unbound.
speaking?
And the man
If you didn't collect the
himself,
fragments,
shall we
you are
finally see
missing
Dante
crucial
in game?
information.
Let's do it.
Let's see Dante in game.
Let's
shall
do
we?
it. So Dante.
Yeah.
Might as well go to the arsenal.
He's got like an
'cause we're-
owl
Might
face.
as well.
Yeah, so Dante.
God, he looks sick as fuck, actually. I love
last
this.
stream we talked about how we wanted a book or librarian or all of these themes, and he came together beautifully.
He looks
You're
awesome.
looking at him here with
These are his
signature
default
cosmetics
colors,
as well,
bro?
which is chest armor and a cyan-dana, and I think
Okay.
shoulder armor as well. So there's
Okay,
no
okay,
leg
he has
armor,
a
but
special
there-
armor set
but there
here,
is
but
a
all right.
cyan-dana and 4 armor
His
pieces.
chest
so
armor
it's
actually
about
looks like
3
it's
armor
sick.
pieces, I guess.
The Sindana is like cool. I'm not sure I like the arms.
He is,
But the arm dangles here,
he
I'm not
is
100%
deeply
sold on.
embedded in the
Sindana's cool,
Lemurian,
chest is cool, which is a weird
and
thing.
He is going to be telling stories with his abilities.
Show me his alternate
as
helmet.
part of his kit. And
I wanna see if it
the
just changes his
rhythm
face.
And the rotation that you'll be casting his abilities in. Show the cyan-dana.
I love the beard.
Yeah. He's
Look at the shiny.
Look at
This
the
is a
shiny.
nice
So many
Sindana.
shiny.
How many emissives are there, huh?
Many emissives.
11.
More than 11.
Yeah,
maybe.
they were cooking with Dante. This is a
Sindana,
sick fucking
the chest
Warframe.
piece
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, so this is him with his full attachments. You're using this is his default idol. He is floating, and his move
He's a
set also
floatin'.
floats. So
Yeah, the animation team really took to heart actually feedback from last stream as well when we showed the animations. So
God, I
Reese,
hope he's good. He
Nathan,
looks so
Tom
cool.
Walmsley, they all kind of came together and really trying to make Dante feel unique because obviously we have Wisp who's floaty as well, but we want Dante to have a bit of flavor to him, make him sexy, make him spicy, make him a little bit different from Wisp.
well,
which we
yeah, because
did.
Wisp is none of those things.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying.
Wisp is not spicy.
How do we make sexy Wisp be a librarian? Like how do we differentiate those?
True and real.
Someone
well,
is
when we show
already
the gameplay,
drawing
you'll see the
librarian
movement,
hot
as
Wisp.
we play it
That's
out.
already
So he has
happening.
his
The
own
art is
custom
being
dodge
created
roll,
as
so
you say it.
it's, really special and really awesome animation. So yeah, he's gonna
Be careful what you speak into this world, Megan.
Beautiful cyan-dana, the beautiful chest piece, the beautiful armor. You see
Show his alt helm.
That's where I'm going. If he's a beautiful boy, cute little owl face. But if you want to maybe put a hood on, boink.
Look like a wizard.
Yo.
Big wizard hat. Yes.
The finest.
Oh, what
Look
are
at that.
those fucking
finest
weird
wizard
alien
One
motherfuckers?
would have.
What? Oh man, there's a specific reference that feels like.
Hat.
What the hell?
Beard, hat.
It's Gale.
Beard or hat?
Gale also. You're right. It's also the Gale hood.
could
What am I
not have
thinking
both
of
in
though?
one frame.
Sacrifice the
Yeah.
beard.
Weekday mode,
Oh,
weekend
no.
mode.
Night owl.
It might be the Protoss.
Gay wizard.
Yes. So those will be
Maybe.
his cosmetics that are coming. And a couple unique things I would say about him as well.
His element?
He does have a universal aura.
I'm not sure. There's some
Because
alien race
obviously
that
we
has
know
like that,
Noctua is
like kind of
his,
like
exalted tone.
weird,
Is an exalted weapon. And I think
like
the
structure.
last and only other Warframe that has a universal is Protea.
Is it the Mass Effect
Prime,
aliens?
Of course, also
Also, yeah, we love universal auras. Love that.
It's not my fault. I didn't say anything.
You heard nothing.
I didn't say
No, not the
nothing.
Krogans.
Oh god. Cut the stream.
Maybe you should.
Cut the stream.
Maybe I should stop talking. Like Pablo. I feel
Oh
sick
wait,
too.
they're adding passives. It looks like
Anyways,
to
it's coming with the universal polarity,
this here,
so you can play
because that's
around with
the
them.
far left is the passive
I think
symbol.
With having exalted weapons, there's a lot of potential forma involved, playing around with it. So why not give them universal polarity? And then something also let's talk about the book, Kaz.
Book is also
The
owl.
book is
He
beautiful.
gets a special book
Noctua.
float.
Can you see the?
I
is
mean,
there a
as
way
he
you can
should, I
see
guess.
the
He's the
face of it?
librarian.
Oh, so cool.
So this is the first ability.
Oh no, this
for
is
our
his special
boy
book.
Dante.
I see.
He will be using his book and all his abilities, but first one being summoning the Noctua.
It is a slash damage book.
And another trait as well about the Noctua, there's no restriction.
You can
on
use the
number of
invocations.
Indeed.
So if you wanted
Oh
to,
fuck.
you could be a wild child.
Wait, what would this
I already
even
am a wild
do?
child, apparently. So there's only more wildness in my future.
You could be a wild child. Yeah, this is a unique trait for it. Pablo, I don't know if there's any.
Where's his
I know you're a
Exilus
man
slot?
of-
Okay, where's his Exilus slot? Can we get an Exilus slot for this guy?
Reb, I don't know if there's any.
Yeah, well, for Dante Prime, what you'll find is that he actually has 10 mod slots.
Yeah, you would need it.
You can actually put 10 tone mods on
I
Dante
believe
Prime.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
That's too much.
Dante.
So much. I love it.
It's exalted. Go
all right.
on.
Let's talk about his abilities.
Yeah, you can hop in Mission.
I am going to talk. I'm going to jump in mission.
All right. All right, so I think like the first thing we had on paper for Dante in his conception is I really wanted there to be the idea of telling a story, the idea that you're kind of queuing up in a rotation 2 pages and then you're executing that in final verses, which was what we'll get to. So basically, I'll let you get in a mission.
Yep.
And then we can talk about that because he has a custom HUD. It's just a fun way for you to track what's going on.
When is this update? This is next month, I believe. I don't know when
way For you
exactly.
to track what's going on as you're casting. So the way Dante's abilities work is he does have Noctua as his exalted weapon. And we're going to play the brand new disruption mode.
That's right.
Armatus.
Oh, right. It's the disruption.
Armatus. And we'll take
Disruption
a look at Dante
extension.
in there. So as you go in, the first thing you'll notice is he has that book on his HUD. So Megan can pull out his one, and you can use Noctua as an exalted weapon. This has, you can also do
This
an
is his
alt
one.
fire that's kind of like, you know, you'll build that up as you're hitting enemies, and you'll deal status damage. This is pretty much a classic exalted weapon. And you don't actually need it out to do the rest of his abilities, so you can put it away if you just want to focus on casting his verses. So this is very, you know, book themed, and once Megan succeeds, yeah, there you go. So if you press his second ability, is called Light Verse. So you're casting Light Verse, and as you can see, the page filled in, which means you can start building out a combo. So if Megan pressed Light Verse again, she now has a complete story. So if she presses her 4, she's going to cast Triumph, which is his kind of first story he can cast. So if she wanted to change up the vibe, so if you maybe do let's do 2 dark verses.
You got it.
So Megan's going to cast Dark first, so you can
He's
see
literally
that's creating
Invoker.
like a really visceral slash. Any enemy caught in the cone is going to get hit with damage. And then she can press 4 to do Tragedy, which is his story.
I've lost my mouse, Rue.
Uh-oh. It might be over on the other computer monitor.
Help me.
But yeah, so the idea
Please move
is
the
that you're
chat.
building a
What do you
story
mean?
with Dante, and you're queuing up the combos.
Oh, he does get
you want.
Overguard.
So you can do 2 light verses. You can do 2 dark verses. You could do a light, then a dark. So 2, then 3.
Would you like a light and a
Let's
dark?
do a light, then a dark.
Can we get a 2 and a 3?
This is Word Warden.
And there we go.
And then if you cast this, you get a copy of Noctua, which you can see kind of just floating there. So you get a floating energy book with you that will attack targets of your attacks with your weapons. So if you're hitting with primary, melee, secondary, your copy of Noctua will bam, 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 hit those enemies. And then if you do
Word
3,
Warden.
then 2, this is Page Flight, which will allow you to summon 3 Peregrines that will distract, draw aggro, and issue some slash procs on enemies. So you basically get 3 spectral Peregrines to keep enemies
Okay, so
targeted.
he has
And yeah, those will
how
be
many
up.
abilities is
The
this
idea
so
is that you're
far? 1,
rotating
2,
some of these
3,
buffs as you're in
4,
the course of
5, 6. He
casting
has
his
7
spells.
abilities so far.
So this is Dante. You're classically, when you're rotating between the 3 and the 2, the game's going to care about the last 2 that you cast. So if Megan does like light verse, then light verse again, but then a dark verse, the dark verse will take the spot of the last cast ability. So realistically, what you're dealing with here, he will read you to death, but not quite. But you know, if you want to keep yourself and your allies, you know, healed with some overguard, you'll be casting light verse a lot. And if you want to do damage to enemies in front of you and get some slash procs out there, you'll be doing dark verse, which is that X, that cone of slash procs. And you can see the enemies hit in the field get sort of the dark verse orbiting around them on cast. So this is Dante. He's got all 4 of his
There's like a
final
construction
verses that you
noise
can
happening.
cast
I don't
with
know what
your
the fuck's going
combos.
on.
You're using your light and dark verses to create whatever
Hopefully you guys
need
can't
in
hear
the
that.
moment, whether it be if you're desperate for health and you need all those light verses and you want to cast Triumph, you can get some regenerating survivability stats, and then yeah, there's some
Okay,
pretty
there's
big,
so I'm gonna have to
the
go through
tragedy
this
ability,
section
if you
and
do
like
dark
figure out
verse
what all these things do.
twice,
This is a lot of
will
shit.
Deal lots of damage, and
Always doesn't come through good.
enemies will suffer. Any
Which
procs
thing
they
is
have
generating the
detonate,
overguard?
So they died. Yeah. So what are we going for with Dante? What's the vibe? It's all about flowing with telling those stories.
Light verse,
Being
okay.
really versatile. Of course, his exalted book you can use for damage, status, all those good things, and you can cast your light and dark verses in the order you choose.
You also get a lot
This
of
looks
style
super good.
points for that book.
Yeah, hella style points. The drip is real, and you can get Dante one of two ways. Actually, one of three ways. You can buy him in the market for some amount of platinum. I don't know how much. Or you can earn his pieces in the drop tables for Disruption 2.0, we're calling it here, because we're changing up a few things.
Oh, dude, Necromex as the Disruption
and then if
dudes
you
is
aren't
like
so lucky with
vile.
the drop tables, we do have a pity system on a character in the Sanctum and Atomica. So, it's pretty standard with what we've been doing lately. Market, drop tables, or a pity system. His helmet ability, I think, is his...
Yeah, of course he failed.
3?
You gotta shoot him in the back.
I just wanted to slash
You should
him.
be used to that.
I wanted to use my magics.
But yeah, so you can, yeah. This is Disruption. We are redoing it for this. I think some QOL is some accessibility QOL.
Yeah, essentially the marker of the Demolisher will appear earlier. Some keys will be in the rustlings, like there. You can see if you go to a red marker, you'll see a little thief.
Oh, the Gruzling!
Where is he?
The Gruzling is now present in Warframe.
The one behind you.
Oh, there he is.
No,
No,
like in there.
Where? In the room, the marker. There's a red marker. So the Gruzling has
took off.
stolen something from you. Yeah, he ran away.
Basic
He got
target
away.
mechs, right? I believe so.
Yeah, so Disruption in the Entrati Labs is a little different. The Gruzlings will be making your life quite trickery. And you'll have to match, of course, all the dockets. You'll have a new resource in here that you can use to build Dante. You got Gruzzled.
I got Gruzzled.
You got Gruzzled.
Totally got Gruzzled.
He total Gruzzling.
And he has, I heard him the other day, he kind of laughs at you, Eric.
Yeah, the Gruzlings, he's a devilish little guy.
Yeah.
We wanted to have some fun
G-Ken,
with
but
this
they have
character,
attenuation.
so
Yeah, exactly.
Hope you guys enjoy it.
Yeah, Lloyd does not like the Gruzlings either. Lloyd
No.
is not a fan. When Lloyd
There's only one short
speaks of
drop limit on the
Gruzlings,
Devstream, right? I
there
think
is no
so.
love lost there.
That's right.
But will Megan get Gruzzled again?
I'm trying to find him. I
Two
wanna
Gruzzles
find
and
him.
he'll have.
It'll take a while because you
No,
gotta
but
kill
I'm
enemies.
so
and stuff.
desperate. You probably stole something. Hello.
You gotta murder some enemies.
Bro, okay, but what does it steal? Isn't that the question?
Yeah, so in specifically in Disruption, he only steals keys, so he's part of the game mode.
Yeah.
In every other map where he appears, right now, again, all of this is dead, but right now has either an arcane, 3 lanthorns, or one of the top bocas.
Yeah, so in that regard, he's not actually stealing them. He is that. Like, so he has those pieces of loot. He's not stealing your Entrati Lantern.
Is that him?
That is him.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm coming.
Yeah, so in this one, he'll have a key.
Got a counter Gruzzling.
Interesting.
And now, he's trying to get away.
No.
Which one's the real Gruzling?
I don't know.
So is the thing that the
my God,
Gruzzlers
over
can
again.
have
Is it you?
the legendary
Yeah, 'cause he's holding
arcanes?
an energy
Yeah,
orb.
energy. Oh.
Where is he?
If he has energy orb on top, means he's the fake one.
Get over
But yeah,
here.
still you got some energy.
Only the real Gruzling talks, too.
Yes,
You get those
sound
speakers
cues.
turned up.
Is it you?
I hope
Megan's
there's
getting
another
Gruzzled
way
again.
besides
It's hard to
only the
even
real
see it. I
one
want
talks
good
to be able to
contact
tell them
one
apart,
back
because
one.
that
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
not very accessible
No.
if it's audio cue only.
I love their animations.
Not great
too.
that he's getting stuck, but
Yeah.
So
Dev build.
Oh, fake 7 energy
You
orb.
did not.
Okay, good.
But
I just want
yeah,
to make sure there's
so we
like something
have,
visual as well as
For Dante.
as
this is
audio,
who you'll
'cause that would be-
discovering.
Got Gruzzled on stream.
Hashtag Gruzzled. Oh, you bursted them.
But I got Gruzzled, so
You did.
I don't feel any satisfaction.
the book kind of
being
mid. It's
Gruzzled
like
by-
basically unmodded.
Dante's passive.
Like Dante is
if you don't
basically
have an
completely
enemy
unmodded
scanned,
here.
there is a
But please
scanning,
reminder that
built
this
into
is
his kit, and
Devstream
4
footage.
fully
They have
scanned
not
enemies
maximized the build the way I'm going to
will
the
have
moment he
additional
drops.
status chance against completed codex enemies.
Yeah, also, this is the regular Grimoire that we don't even know how modded it
Your
is.
homework, kids.
Sound detail I wanted to point out with his abilities is each ability has a different set of void.
Oh yeah, also
tumblers.
numbers are not final. Also
They
true, Rachel.
change based on the combination of abilities that you use. So.
If you wanted to become
These are
fluent in
devs, not
void
pros.
type.
It's really not that at all.
Is that the Gruzling?
Like you can't when things aren't final. What's the point in optimizing it? You just want to show off what it's supposed to do generally,
You
right?
get Gruzzled for the 3rd time. A Gruzzling hat trick?
But like, yeah, whenever like there's like 3 mods in it. That was really big range.
I don't want to see you get Gruzzle again. It would be great.
I saw a good thing there with how big the range was on that slash stuff.
Worked on what does it mean to have a frame with an exalted book? How do we have a floating anim set? And the animators I don't know if I'm jumping ahead of you here.
No, you're good.
The animators provided some sweet videos of their work. So let's take a look. We can talk over these. No sound.
No sound.
Yes. So
he looks
Dante,
super
this is
cool.
his noble set. Some of his noble.
His power was 150, I think.
Quite
Sure.
a refined fellow.
I love the sass though.
Yeah. The pursuit of knowledge.
I'm saying he's barely modded and almost certainly not efficiently modded.
What is he reading? What could he be reading? 5-star stories?
Hopefully.
He's a man of taste, so probably
is.
yes.
Yeah. He looks, he's super fun. They had a lot of fun with him, and we wanted to have that floating anim set for him and his movement as well, so it's not just the idols. Yeah. What is he reading? Calvin and Hobbes?
Calvin and Hobbes. That's a good choice.
Oh, I'm trying to see what his chat seem to think. He's reading Berserk, definitely. Look at him! Look at him!
Just floating around.
Oh my God.
I like that pose. He's like, I'm done with this.
Yeah, trash.
He throws the book a lot.
Yeah, that's because Albert couldn't write for.
He's reading the patch notes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, perhaps he is reading the Divine Comedy. But yeah, so those are some of his sweet.
He looks great.
Ability. That's his idols, so that's his personality coming through. But we also have sound.
We also have a couple of sound.
Yeah, another sound BTS from Giovanni this time, who's doing the sound.
Oh.
Just
that was
wanted to
weird.
give you a little behind the scenes.
Did him and Jeff share notes of scribbles?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're tossing scribble source back and forth.
Scribble source. All right, let's take a listen, shall we?
Hello Tenno, my name is Giovanni and I'm a sound designer at GE. Today I'm going to show you how I made the sounds of one of Dante's abilities. Let's take a look. First of all, let's listen to the sound in-game.
Alright.
Dante carries a tone weapon that only he can use. As you saw, he evoked this weapon in a really cool way and I tried to bring
Wonder how
some
the Prime will
elements
look.
that had
Oh yeah,
this
really
mystical
early for
feeling
that.
too. Let's break this sound into pieces to understand a bit more. Here we have the horror layer,
And screams
which
of the
gives a
damned.
darker tone
Yeah.
to the ability. It may not seem like it, but
What's his helmet?
practically
What
all
a
the
good
tracks in
question,
this layer
actually.
Are recordings of my own voice. Here's some
Watch it be his
examples.
2. That'd actually be crazy. His 2 would be a crazy helmet.
This looks like a dark riser, but this is actually how it sounds with no
it's his
effects
3?
and
Damn.
at a normal speed. And what about this other riser? Now the original take. The cast layer serves to accentuate the light that comes out of his hands and the sparks right after he picks up the book.
What's his 3? It deals like
It's
slash
interesting
damage.
to mention that the screen you hear is also my voice, and there is no
It could be
trick
good.
to make it higher pitched or anything like that. Here's the original take. Using a technique called inhale scream, it is possible to achieve very high harmonics that resemble a female scream, so sometimes I use that when I need some specific sounds, like this one. Before moving on to the last layer, you can notice that both the cast layer and the horror layer have these blue lines in the main track. This is an automation of an audio equalizer to remove the bass and mids at the moment Dante picks up the book, which is also the moment the low layer is activated. With this automation, I have more headroom for this moment. Now let's go to the last part. The low layer gives the body of the ability and has some chimes at the end, contributing to the mystical atmosphere I mentioned at the beginning. Let's hear the sound in game one more time. Thank you for watching this behind the scenes, and I hope you soon have a great time playing with Dante. Bye!
Thanks, Giovanni.
Dante.
He is Dante.
I know.
He is
I
Dante.
have some cleric beast IRL moments.
Yes.
Ceramic ice cream.
Bloodborne PC when. Bloodborne PC when. When.
Are we saying Bloodborne
That's the
PC when?
entire
Sorry, I
way
was away for a second.
Nah, it's-
Because like I agree. Also based.
Yay, Dante! Yay,
Dante!
Thank you, Giovanni, sound team. Just crushing it with the creepy eldritch horror of
I have
it
a peanut
all.
butter ice
Lots
cream
of
now.
vocals.
Yeah.
Lots of vocals.
Maybe that's why. Maybe you.
Did we harvest your vocals? Was that the price we had to pay?
Real time.
One must pay the man in the wall.
Sacrifice Pablo's voice box for more time on the clock.
Oh, unfortunate.
Oh. Rep also mentioned as we were doing the Dante gameplay about how to get Dante, and I wanted to show you. So if you don't mind going to gameplay, very similar.
Spoilers.
This is, I mean, this whole thing.
Highly whip.
Yeah, this entire thing
Whip
is
I
mega
don't
spoilers.
review
spoilers.
this at all.
It's it all.
Yeah.
I'm nervous.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I looked at it. Don't worry. Don't look at the prices. Everything's fine. But yeah, similar to Citrine Varuna, we do have a vendor that is offering the blueprints for Dante as well as the other incarnants.
Yeah, so you can go research Dante if you want to learn more about Dante. You will have to have finished Whispers in the Walls to get the free version.
So this is
of Dante.
disruption
We have a
currency?
resource coming that you earn in the disruption game mode. We're not going to hover over anything. This is all super PH, but the point is you can get Dante from Lloyd.
Yep, and the
Or the market.
The two incarnants that we have coming as well.
Yes, the Onos and the Ruvox.
And I believe the parts, I think you might, sorry if you already said this, they also drop in the disruption game mode as well. So you could get it from the game mode, or if you collect enough resources, come to the store and purchase a
Yeah, and there'll be a few more things in there that just aren't there for the Devstream. So.
All right.
Okay.
Moving right along. We mentioned 2 game modes. So you saw Entrati Disruption and how we're playing around with that. And then we have what we're calling Deep Archimedia. This is where your words come in. Pablo, I'm so sorry.
Now, before we go into what the game mode is accomplishing, in order to participate in Deep Archimedia, you do need to be rank 5 in the Cavia. So we're putting this reward track under that restriction. So that you can be at the proper progression level narratively, power-wise. You know, you can get all that gear in order to participate. And something will happen to unlock this, which I'll just hand it over to you.
Interesting.
So it's meant to be like a tier above bolts, essentially. So I guess the first thing I'll talk about is a little bit of changes to bolts themselves.
When we say vaults, we mean Netrocells.
Netrocells, yeah. So in the Netrocells, we're basically removing all the arcanes that are not exclusive to vaults are getting removed from the drop tables. So all that percentage of drop rates gets distributed between the shards and the other.
Oh, it's literally the good drop
arcanes that are
rates, but
left
it's a
there,
harder mission. Please, thank you, thank God.
Arcane adapter. So basically, you'll have way more odds of getting a shard there. This other thing is also a weekly, but it's harder.
Yeah, so yeah,
and
we're
you can
fucking
spend
doing it.
2 of your keys from the vaults to unlock this one if you prefer. So you can just keep on doing the vaults, or you can come do this one. This one is considerably harder, so you know it's if you want a challenge. But you spend 2 keys.
The
and you
changes
can
for
get up
normal
to 5
Netrocells, what's
rewards.
this?
So essentially, it's much better for that.
Get 5
bang for
rewards
your
from
buck,
this,
essentially.
so we can get
It's the
10
same-
rewards.
It's the same weekly currency. You're
can
using
get 11
your
total?
Netrocell keys, and exactly like Pablo said, you have to choose. Do you want to do 5 Netrocells, or do you want to do 2 Deep Archimedias and 1 Netrocell?
No, sorry.
Hey,
Three keys.
Cost 2 Netrocells?
So for
Yeah.
Archimedia, you only
Use
pay
2
once, and you
Netrocells
can
for up
play
to
it
5
however many
rewards.
times you
That's
want,
10
but the
rewards
rewards
plus
are
1.
5. So you can basically.
And they're
do
fixing the
first
drop
time and you
tables?
only get the first 2. I'll show it. It's easier when you see the.
We can just go to the menu now, probably. Or
also important to note. Why
it's
you
only
get
once
the
per week
Lloyd,
total?
Here is
Where does it
because
say
once
that?
you reach rank 5 of the Cavia, Necroloid
Oh,
is going
it's
to
weekly
be in
challenge.
Sync
You can do it
Atomica,
once.
right
Okay,
up
okay,
here
okay.
above Human Lloyd, if you will.
Yeah.
And he's going to be here.
This is his little spot.
He's just having a little tea time by himself.
They have some things to work out. So as you play these, you'll also learn more about the way.
Well, it's not guaranteed 5, but more difficulty.
So you can see here, this is like I guess the closest point of reference. This is like a more challenging sortie of sorts. So essentially, you have on the left a whole bunch
enemy
of
level
things that you can select
325
yourself. So
to
you can-
350.
It's suggesting 3 frames there. If you bring one of those 3 frames, you get extra points. If you bring one of those 3 weapons, you get extra points, so on and so forth.
They
And
did
then
the
on
thing!
bottom,
I've talked
there's
about this
certain,
before.
Personal modifiers you can select to essentially make it harder for yourself. As you select those,
I've talked about this. This is the draft. This is the draft shit that I talked about.
Keeps growing.
Pablo's been working on this for ages. It's been such a good idea for ages.
The rewards that you're gonna get. Right now we're in the normal mode. There's an elite mode that's even harder, and that's the one that can get you all 5 rewards. So you can, if you can select, if you're like willing to do all the gear and all the things, and then on hard mode you can get all of the rewards. And also, as you can see.
Okay, your mic cut out for a second.
Oh, okay. As you can see on the missions, they have a deviation and risk, and basically these are like little modifiers that make the missions themselves tougher.
And yeah, so I think just a point here is every week the options that you can opt into refresh for the gear. So yeah, you can pick between those. It'll be different gear selects every week that you opt into if you want that extra value, the research value. This is.
Yeah, you could play it with no modifiers.
Yep.
It just affects the research value.
Every week, everything refreshes. So the missions change, the self debuffs change,
but
the items.
There is a very important thing we're doing with these, which is they're consecutive.
Right.
They're consecutive.
What you're seeing there is you're going from exterminate to defense to assassination.
Oh, okay.
But you're doing it all in one playthrough.
Cool.
There is
Love
no
that.
going back to Orbiter to change. So if I'm bringing Nyx, that Nyx
Good.
had better be ready
Yes.
to cook in
Yes.
exterminate,
Yes.
defense, and assassination.
Warframes that
You
are good at
locked to your
everything
loadout for
rise
all
up.
3. This is very much like Pablo said. So you take your sorties, it's 3 missions, you can go back in between each. Oh no, you go. You have to choose, prepare, really deep dive.
Yeah, and so you're not forced to bring the items. You can bring whatever, like if you just want to easy mode and bring, whatever frame
You want to bring
want,
Revenant,
that's fine.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's totally fine. You just
This is
don't get
good.
the extra points for that.
Yep.
And obviously we're still balancing how the points will work. So there's still, I can't tell you right now how many of those you need to select to get the maximum reward, but it's probably going to be all or almost all.
Yep.
So you should
It's
be
probably
praised for that.
almost all is
But
good.
as I said, it basically trades 2 keys for 5 rewards. So right now the display here is for normal. So the first 2 rewards are essentially exactly you cannot see it. But can you hide us? So you see those little chests
What's
there.
untreatable?
The first 2 that are silver are essentially exactly the same rolls as if you were doing a Netracell, which is the new version of Netracell that doesn't have the extra arcanes.
Okay.
Then the gold version, which is the one that follows after, is basically that same loot table, but with more chances to get the.
So that's only
rare
the
stuff.
legendary
So
arcanes and
the
Archon shards.
Forged and stuff like that. And the very last one will be a guaranteed legendary arcane.
Oh, that
So,
one, the very
this
last one is
for
a guaranteed
if you
legendary.
know that you're
Wait,
doing
what?
your 5 Netracells a week, you can use 2 of those Netracell runs to do this, and those 5 rewards could, RNG will be RNG, but you're getting 5 kicks at a loot table at its base, and then that enhanced one with a guaranteed legendary arcane.
Okay, so the very top end is the legendary arcane.
Yeah.
So if you just care about shards and don't really care too much about the legendary arcanes, you can get away with the lower rank pretty easily.
This is
Okay.
advanced. There's a lot. This
That's
is
actually probably
the
good.
Sweaty.
Yeah, it's meant for someone that wants even more of a challenge, more of a reward, and a system that they can kind of tune the difficulty to using the content from all of our offerings for Whispers in the Walls and beyond.
Yeah, there's a lot of the modifiers for the missions, particularly add a lot of twists to the gameplay that are.
All of this is going to be so toxic in groups.
Actually,
Yeah,
hold
that's
on the
true.
assassination. I want to see if.
If you guys want to do this in groups, I will say you, especially early on, you better form squads. You better get in the Discord and make some fucking
All
friends.
enemies have overguard equal to 50% of their max health.
There's a lot of crazy.
Whatever.
It is definitely a tougher game mode. As we said, we're improving the base rewards for Netracell, so you can just keep on doing those.
Yep.
But if you want harder, you can now change basically 2 keys for 5 rewards if you want to go that way.
Yep.
I can't believe fixing Netracells is a footnote here.
We have adjusted the Netracell drop tables as well. And we have a couple other tweaks. I don't know where we're going from here, so I'll just keep them in my, for Archon
The
shard stuff in general. So I don't know if for...
I think it's the time because I see a lot of people asking.
So a lot of people moved over to Netracells for Archon shard things, and there's a couple of changes we're doing just in regards to where you get your Archon shards insofar as you know, when we released the Tau Forge, as well as things like the Coalescent Fusion for Archon Shards, they've just become so important. And when we originally released Archon Shards back in 2022 with Veilbreaker, we didn't really know how far we would push it, so we are making some general QOL changes. The first one, which is most immediate from the Devstream group of theory, is we're changing the amount of shards you need to fuse to Tau Forge to 3. So it was 4.
It was 4 on the Devstream.
That's just fine.
Feedback.
Okay.
We changed it to 3.
So you now only need 3 to use the Ascension Fusion feature.
Yeah, W.
So that is coming in Dante Unbound. And the other thing we're changing is we're actually moving the Archon Shard store off of call
God.
A Entrati character.
Bro.
So one thing that we found is the call weeklies on paper, we're happy with them for you to play them for mods, for a frame. But
Guys, we're just gonna, I
because
just need to do
Archon
this real
shards
quick.
have gotten so important.
I'm free!
Your call.
I'm free!
Loop for a lot of stuff, like those Archon mods, unlocking the actual Archon Hunt weeklies and such, but the actual Archon Shard weekly gain for you is going to be moved into ye old Cadia.
Yeah, so in general, you know, easier to get from bolts.
Yep.
From Netro cells, obviously easier to get from this since it gives more rewards, and then that guaranteed one that you can get from the store for standard.
Thank God.
Yeah.
No more call.
So
We don't have to do call.
You-
Call is over.
It's already 3, so you just blitzed
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
I feel like this is just my normal now. I'm so sorry.
The fun part now.
Yeah, I know. We were all yap.
Like we mentioned,
This is a good stream.
new
This is a good
Incarnate
stream.
weapons are coming in Dante Unbound. The Ruvox and the Onos. The Onos.
Yes. Onos.
Onos. We're going to be showing the.
Where's it being moved to? It's being
Ruvox
moved to an
in action.
Entrati
Onos
character.
is still getting some tweaks in terms of the Incarnate form, but Kaz, if you want to speak to kind of the idea behind them, development process of them, and all that.
So, I mean, just visually, they're kind of similar to the other Incarnates, except
standing notcher.
that they're more kind of lab angle on them. So maybe they were experimenting with something that led to Void Angel stuff, and the experiment just kind of got out of control, and it just explodes into the Incarnate form, and it's still got pieces of the original
This thing
experiment
looks so cool.
left behind on it.
Like, is this a giant needle?
Might be.
I don't know about that. A local woman with 700 tattoos has fear of needles.
Yeah, Bird 3 starts selling us
Every
shards.
time they're
Then they
different.
really are, I
Different
bet.
kinds of needles. Thank you, Rue. Anyway.
Maybe there's different kinds on there too. Maybe there's a whole
Could be a
bunch of
Yeah, this thing
friendly
looks super
needle.
cool.
Yeah,
It's
you
a
never
friendly
know.
needle.
Yeah, it's just for.
What if the extra Archon shard you get from Chipper, though?
know.
No, that's the call one that's
And
being
Alex.
moved.
Void experiments revealed the true destructive potential of this wrist-mounted cannon.
Yes.
Yes.
Then we have the Ruvox.
Yes, so this one, I made this one. I just wanted to.
That's one more than normal than
punch
for the
stuff
Incarnate
with
buffs.
those
It's normal
big
for
coins
inherent
I
Incarnates.
I just had this overwhelming urge to design something where you could hit stuff with coins.
Yes.
It sounded cool in my head.
Punch.
I agree with it. I think
I hope
the
we get a good
coin-based
fist weapon.
combat
I'd love
is
to see
gonna be
that.
a key direction for us.
Coin-based
Punch.
combat.
Punch?
There's money in that somewhere.
Exactly. If you could just punch with some money. This is what,
Yes.
Eric, you got some punch
Give
with
me a
coins
nice,
in here.
like,
Yeah, just on
cha-ching,
chat,
just a
point sound
register
on
noise.
punch. Yes.
Can we crank it? All right, let's see.
I can hear it!
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, there's a little cha-ching in there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. One of our sound designers, Paul, has been working on these, and
Did he ask to borrow money for it? Like, do we have
Discontinued pennies.
a
it's
DE
like those
piggy
shopping
bank?
carts at grocery stores.
A fistful of dollars! Oh, that's smart.
I don't know how modded
On
these are.
These ones, the Incarnate form, it comes through the little tubes where the coins are at the tip of them, and the coins are just like stuck on the.
Look at him.
Oh
That's
my
pretty cool,
God.
It
actually.
just like bursts out of those.
It's a very cool
coin
detail.
It's giving Home
things.
Alone, the Sticky Bandits. When he
Yeah.
sticks his hand in the coin
Oh
thing.
my God.
It's incredible. And one of the features, it's still kind of work in progress right now, but you might have saw it in the description, is slam attacks have a bit of a pillar effect to them, so the enemies are going to be
Oh,
kinda
they do
stuck up.
Garudas
It's
too.
a pH effect, so it'll probably look different on chip, but just a fun little twist for the Incarnate form.
Yeah, and this is the Rubox, which actually is Dante's signature weapon. He may be a man with his
If
nose
it has
in
like,
the books,
if
but
when
he
we
needs
know
to
whenever
get
it's
down
done,
to
if it has
business,
the
he
right
will
numbers,
pull
I
out
could
the
see it being
Rubox and
fun. It
polish.
probably won't be good.
He will punch.
Bookman has punchy fists.
He will punch you.
Yes. With money.
With money. Which is all related. You got Parvos Granum back in the picture. You got Ligurian.
Yeah,
and now
the
you
secondary
have
is the one that like has a chance to actually be good. This might be
He
fun
is
though,
the
which I'm okay with.
world's richest librarian. He said, "Don't make me defend this library." Yeah, don't copy his homework. You got it.
It looks like the fists are slashed when they're transformed, at least.
Yeah, super cool.
So there's that.
Those will be out there with Dante Unbound.
That's right.
Maybe that is the unbinding of
And
him.
sometimes
He's
a weapon
free
just needs to
punch
be
you with
fun and
his
good enough.
money
Yeah.
fists.
Yes.
Yes.
Sounds good to me.
Unbound form.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, he wants payback.
Oh yeah, give it inherent electric procs when it's transformed. Influence goes burr.
All right, another thing we showed last week, we showed amazing concept art of Styanax Deluxe. And boy, am I excited to show Styanax in-game.
I hope it's better in game. I did not like this concept.
Megan's loadout name if you value your sanity.
Don't expose me, Rude. Thank you. Appreciate you. I wait.
This concept
All
was
right,
like
let's do
one
it.
of the
All
weakest
right,
ones
here
we've
is
seen in a
action
while.
In beautiful
Where's the
arsenal
Urelli
form.
Deluxe?
We have Styanax Tonatiuh.
Tonatiuh.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Helen. Please
Look
forgive
at that
me.
posture, though.
It's and this is
It's
the
better
Styanax
than the
mobile
concept.
animation, so it just looks, it just fits, you know.
Awesome.
So Styanax is going to obviously be coming with this incredible skin. We also have the pole arm skin. This is the Tequila.
I wish the helmet aesthetic, like with the
Pole
feathers
arm
and
skin,
stuff, and like all these like the
which is
cool dangle
incredible.
bits.
Also applies
I wish
to
there was
his
like
abilities
more
as
detail.
well. So
Like I
he's
wanted to
growing
have
his
like
own
a
speed.
big waist
all that
piece
good
that
stuff.
has this
You'll
cool
get this.
feathered look
You'll
and
get
stuff that the
in
helmet
Shield, which we'll
has.
see in a hot
Like the
second.
helmet feels
And
designed,
this
and the
also
rest
comes
feels like
in
you didn't
cyan
do the
gel.
rest of it
This is
yet.
the
Like the
Sorry,
Sindana
Helen.
looks super cool too.
Huitzilian?
Yeah, wait till you see how it
Like I need, like I want him to
This is
have
one of
like
the first like really articulating Cyandanas, other than like a couple Tenogen ones and some with other
Yeah.
things. But this one actually is
Like he's got like
dynamic
the
based
like
on, you know,
clamps
are
on,
you
or whatever
bored?
they're
It's
called on
gonna-
the
it's gonna
arms, like
move
the
around
big like
any good
jewelry
dog
pieces on the
Cyandana
arms,
should.
which are cool, but like there's just not enough on him. It feels like.
Your wings.
And they kind of open up a little bit there.
Yeah. Close as I walk, and they do close when you're aiming.
More
so that
details like
obviously
Dante,
you don't
yeah.
have to obstruct your view, which is important to
Everything
us.
below the helmet that looks like
And I just
Excal
wanna-
with
I just wanna
pasties,
hang out
yeah.
here and wait for that.
The helmet is great. The Sindana is really good. Oh, I love this Sindana
Oh,
if
when
it
he
does
grabs his
this.
spear and stuff.
He grabs
Oh.
his
shield.
His shield, yeah.
Yeah, he just feels unfinished
Yeah.
below the helmet.
You obviously- oh,
It's really unfortunate because like the
Oh, he's
the shield
fanning
is cool.
himself. Ooh. Oh, he's just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. And Liger piece, we know and love.
And Nathan did the
Yeah, he just feels
material
like he
work
doesn't
on
have
this,
enough
and I
going
think, Was it
on.
Ernesto that did the cosmetics?
His
for
arms
this?
look fine.
Ernesto
Like
did the
arms
spear
and
and
helmet,
shield. Yep.
good.
And
But there's just
Nathan
not
did
enough
the Cyan
like
Dana, which was originally
detail on the
ephemeral.
whole
Yeah,
rest
we had
of
to
his
do some
body.
adjustments just for positioning and making sure it had proper offsets on everyone's.
Yeah.
Do some random colors and change the helmets around. Let people mix and match, because the first thing people do is like, you know, hit random, see what happens. Oh, my!
yeah.
Okay, now
Good-
switch
nice
helmets.
good
Like
roll.
let's be real. Let's be real.
Switch helmets.
helmet is
Honestly,
so
it looks ridiculous with the Jurosiak helmet, the bottom left. Yeah, like he looks so
whoa.
sick, and even the Agogian one is unbelievable. Like,
Ready for
come
battle.
on.
This looks horrible.
Oh,
He's gorgeous.
The helmet is great.
super, super, super beautiful.
The helmet is the best part of this skin.
Really, really sick.
Cruise into
skin.
that
roll.
one.
Yeah, yeah.
Or weird
Yep.
god pieces noted.
Absolutely awesome. And you
Just
know,
like more.
Hey, just kidding.
Like he doesn't have any like
sick.
outfits.
Incredible.
Yeah, yeah, it looks super good. And you know, don't worry.
Like he's like if I was in a green bodysuit, he's just like yeah.
Cosmetic makers
Here he
will have
is.
some more cosmetics to show in the future for.
It just needs to be
female
more.
frames, of course.
Yeah,
It's,
we did
Like
show
some like
Urelli
of like the
Deluxe
nice
at
feathered
Comic-Con,
Yeah.
so
like
we still have
accessories like
working on
like
hers,
you don't need
so
to cover his
yeah,
ass in
there's
his
lots
like
we haven't
fucking
shown.
balls out mode. Like
I
you
don't
can
want
have
people to think
that.
our focus is just
But like
on
have like
Dante and
feathered
Cyanide.
leather
For
down
your
like his
days?
legs
Yeah,
or something.
we're
Like
on it, baby. We
more
love everyone.
more.
It's gonna be a
It feels like he
beautiful
just
year.
is missing stuff.
Lots to show. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's
Sorry.
a nice one.
Yeah. Anyway.
All those feathers?
Yeah, a lot of the
Oh,
tech
look
that
at
went
'em.
into this.
Because
I
the
think
helmet
they
is
were-
the
yeah,
helmet
there's
and the
some
shield and the
beautiful,
Sindana are
beautiful
so good
work
and just
done
feels
here
like there's
on
just
the
a bunch
materials.
missing.
And yeah, that mosaic material and texture specifically, I think we got a custom request in just for this skin,
Look at
if I
it.
recall. You might know better than
Yeah, I
me.
think so.
There was something about.
Nathan was doing some fancy things with.
It's nowhere near as bad as you're making it out to be. I mean, I think it is.
Yeah.
So like the angle.
If
on
you
the
like it more
normal,
than
so
me,
you
that's
get
fine.
glimpse-
But like
Yeah,
this
I
is one of the few
wanted
Liger
to
skins
and
I think is a
there's
miss.
Something else with like colored specular or
Yes,
something like
that's
that.
what I thought it was. This, yeah,
something along those lines.
Yeah,
This
so
is
really,
for the gays, for
honestly,
real,
a
for
bit
real.
of
So
new
was
approach
Neja
to the
Deluxe, and Neja
authorship
Deluxe
of
is
some
a
of these things,
fantastic
so
skin that I like a
really,
lot.
we've
Brand
been-
new tech for the nipple piercings.
yeah, so we are Rue has given up and is not. Stynex isn't even on screen anymore.
Wouldn't say a miss, it's just not busy enough.
Stop,
For me, that means it's a
stop,
miss.
Stop.
Because I think regular Stynex looks better.
Like you need a timer for how long we've spent doing this, and we have to do it on Urelli Deluxe next. For like, everyone must be pleased by our.
I know, and I will.
Hedonism.
All right, we will move on then to something I'm obviously seeing a lot in chat. People are excited about is the Inaros rework.
Inaros rework, yeah.
Can't wait for this.
Thankfully, I
Tell me more.
recorded that before I came here.
It could be why he's a man of few words today.
Yeah,
That
my
actually is
voice was
possible.
Totally fine this morning. I don't know what happened, but
Pablo's getting that post-recording voice.
Maybe Stynex Deluxe sat here.
I mean, I haven't shown that angle yet, but we.
That's who it was. This is guerrilla marketing for Stynex Deluxe.
Yeah, there he is. So yeah, Pablo recorded a video on the Inaros rework. So I don't know if do you want any words before that, or you just want to get into it?
No, let's leave.
Let's do this.
It is roughly 5.5 minutes. So get comfy and listen to Pablo there, but not here. Enjoy.
Is a bit of a
Inaros
ranter.
rework.
Hello. Gonna do a rundown of the Inaros rework. So let's start first with the hardest thing to do on Inaros, which is dying. I'm probably gonna have to fast forward through this.
You're goddamn right, Pablo.
So almost there. There we go. So now you turn into a sand version of yourself.
Ooh,
that
this
can
is sick as
attack
fuck.
Enemies, and you can see that meter on the center, and basically that kind of shows you how much you're reviving, and boom, you're back up. So basically, it's based on the amount of hits that you do. Every time you die,
That's
though,
super sick.
That the amount of
Immediate
hits it
good
takes
upgrade to his
revive
passive.
grows more. So basically, if you die a lot, it's gonna get harder and harder to come back.
Okay.
But if you don't die for a while, the number starts going back down, so you basically can't recover. And his first ability works mostly the same, so you still do the sandstorm, and then that opens enemies for finishers, and those finishers with your passive heals you, so you heal back. And that's pretty much how it's always worked. The main thing that changed for this ability is more not on Inaros himself, but around Inaros, which is basically that we're making those finishers available to more enemies and making it so it's more consistent. Because right now there's a lot of enemies that you can try to do those finishers and they don't work. So in the patch they'll start working, and that doesn't only benefit Inaros, but it benefits Ash and anyone else that can open enemies for finishers. For his 2 and 3, we kind of combine them, so now it has the mechanics of 3, so it's basically the whirlwind, but you can cast it much faster. It's limited duration now, so instead of a drain, it just lasts a certain amount of time, and it's faster. So you can see here, I basically can move quite a bit faster in there. And most importantly, it drags enemies to be right below you. So since it drags enemies to you, instead of tossing them all over the level, then you can, after that, do a ground finisher on them. And because you have your passive that heals you, you basically get a lot of heals from those ground finishers. And also, some of the benefits from the old second ability are now part of the third. So you can see when I cast this, I'm actually invulnerable, and I'm healing for every enemy that's within the range of my whirlwind. I am healing a little bit. So if there's a bunch of enemies, you just go in, whirlwind them together, and that heals you, and then they drop at your feet, and you start doing ground finishers on them. So you can combo that pretty nicely. So his 2 and his 3, we kind of merged them, but for his 4th, we did actually something weird, which is basically we split it in 2. So now you have the armor part as his 3, and you can see it here. So basically when you tap, you charge, and then you can see in the lower right, you get a little meter for the armor. You can move now while you cast it instead of being static like it was before, so that helps a lot. And the benefits from the augment, which protect you from status, are now embedded into the ability. So basically, whenever you take a status, instead of actually suffering the status, you get protected. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, so for example, these ones would give me corrosive. If I stand on it, you can see my armor went down, but I did not get the corrosive. And it gives you protection for a certain duration, so it doesn't get consumed super fast. So that's basically the 3. Now, the augment, which used to give the status
that means
protection,
his 4 is Grey Goo.
Death protection, which it's a little bit of a twist that we made there. Essentially, it's a shorter cooldown than any of the other death protection augments we've done before. But after the invulnerability from the protection ends, you actually get hit with a slash proc. And that slash proc can kill you if you don't heal fast. So it synergizes really well with, you know, his finishers or his 2. You know, obviously his 2 makes you invulnerable, so you don't take damage from the slash, and also you can heal by getting close to enemies. So
there's also another solution.
It's a
we'll get into that later.
But then you have to actually do something about it, because if you don't do something about it, the slash will kill you. So that's his 3. And his 4th gets the swarm part of the previous 4, but quite amplified. So let me show you. So when I cast the 4, you can see they get swarmed, and then that swarm can spread around. Essentially, it CCs them. And any enemy killed during that swarm will actually create a sandcat. The sandcats are bugged right now in this demo, so sadly I cannot quite show them to you. But basically what they do is they attack enemies, and they also swarm those enemies. So they keep kind of spreading that CC around. And it can be really effective to kind of keep entire rooms kind of controlled with the swarm. The old
Wait, is his 4 dealing corrosion procs now?
One corrosive hit at the very end. Now it does it every tick. So
okay,
that
that's
means
insane.
It can also be used as a pretty effective way to shred armor, essentially. So to recap, when you die now, you turn into a sand version of yourself that can revive by hitting enemies. The one is
corrosive, CC, healing.
The 2 and the 3 got merged.
Hell yeah!
So now you get the whirlwind. It's much faster.
He has a grouping tool.
It gives you immunity.
Great. We did it.
Gathers enemies instead of throwing them around.
Inaros good again.
His
Inaros
is what
back.
Used to be the armor part of his 4th. Now you can move while you cast it instead of being stuck in place. It has the default, the status protection by default. So now you'll be protected from any status as long as you have that up. His 4th now is the swarm part of that, and basically it casts now into a cone instead of into a single unit.
Pablo
and
absolutely
all those
cooking.
Units get swarmed, and then that swarm can spread around CCing enemies. It can strip armor, and any enemies that die during while they're affected by swarm will create a sandcat that will assist in spreading that swarm even more.
Pablo just spinning a wheel to see which Warframe gets moved to A rank next.
Adios.
That looked great.
Sandcat.
Sandcat.
Wait,
Thank you,
Gatito
de Arena.
Looks great.
Thank you, Morning Pablo, for recording that.
It's not that big of a rework. We just combined 2 abilities and split 1 ability, and then made it all really good.
I'm pretty sure this is the first time we've ever done this. The damage of the 4th scales with Inaros' health.
Bruh!
You know, obviously Inaros is well known for having a lot of health, so the more you lean
we
into
took that off Garuda. Her damage used to scale with low health.
No, well, this is how much health.
Yeah, I know. So now it's like
extreme pog.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, this slide I made does not
extreme
do justice
pog
to
technology.
Actually, it does, because Sandcat looks great.
The Sandcat looks great.
I thought he was riding the cat.
Yeah, he's riding into the wilderness. I'm limited on my text area, so I tried to put in as much as I could. Obviously, Pablo's video is much more comprehensive than my little slide. But yeah, that's the Inaros rework. We will have a dev workshop up, just working on finessing some points on that. So if you want it all in text, that will be provided soon. But that's Inaros.
Yeah. So at the
this seems
when
great.
we get closer to the end of this stream, we do have a recap slide because we have talked about a lot already that's coming, and this is all coming in Dante Unbound.
My
which
notes
will
are
also
so
tell,
long.
More of a release window for it as well. But I think we have a lot more to go over.
We're almost done. Don't worry.
Animations. We're animations.
Nope. Augments.
Damn it.
Talked about augments last stream, and that we dive into them a bit more.
Tell
we are
me more.
releasing 10 new augments.
2 green and 2 Tau blues. We'll see.
We have a fun little asset here to accumulate them. So these are the first 5. So we have Styanaxes, I can never pronounce
Axios.
Axios Javelineers. Loki for
Why does
decoy.
Styanax
We do
get
have
this?
a quick video that will show you in a bit how that works, because I know everyone's pretty excited about that one. Neja's Divine Spear is getting an augment. Baruch's Elude's getting an
The
augment.
Neja augment's
and Chroma's
even better
Advanced
than we
Armor
thought.
is getting an augment. Pablo, we can keep going unless you want to talk about any specifics.
And I think let people screenshot, read. We'll do some videos. Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff.
It's good stuff. And then our second slide of augments. We have Yoreli is getting a Marilina augment. We do have a little quick video on that as well. Nidus for Parasitic Link.
I wonder if she still gets the defense from Loyal Marilina. It's kind of a cop-out, but it might actually be way better.
Storm of Uku is getting an augment.
Yes.
That one's very fun. You can basically get unlimited time on his 4th.
Oh, Wrath of Uko is crazy.
So sick. pretty radical things for some frames. It's nice to get a fresh batch of augments in.
20 meters?
300 is a mistake. It's 3.
It's 3, not 300.
I should also mention.
Everyone read recrystallize right now.
We haven't gone through.
Bro,
through our testing
builds
phase
are
for
about
this,
to
so-
change,
It's
buddy.
a very considerate thing we're doing.
Was
Everyone
Pablo
can make
making
their
these?
content with these as
Who's
the
cooking?
basis, and then when
Someone
we
is
actually
fucking
release them, we can
cooking.
make the videos again with the actual data. So it's like a perpetual motion machine where you can never stop making Warframe content because these will always be changing.
Amazing.
The Nidus one you can equip at the same time.
There are
as
like
the passive
4
one,
new
so you can
builds
get, like,
immediately
9,000
from these
health.
augments.
And we did something quirky there, which is since it's parasitic vitality, you cannot equip it at the same time as vitality, so it's kind of like a choice there.
Sophie's choice. Damn.
Sad. It's very sad. Yeah.
All right, like I mentioned, we have a couple little videos. First is the Ureli augment showing Marilena.
Loyal Marilena.
Loyal Marilena.
I'm
So
curious
loyal
if this still gives her
Marilena, you
if
ride
this
it,
still
you
gives her
shoot
the
on it,
resistance.
but
It
loyal
totally
Marilena
fixes
is going
Ureli's
to-
problem
I say
for
she, sorry.
99% of
Do
players.
whatever you want it to be.
Now she's your pal.
Yeah.
She goes around.
Okay, don't you say
spouting
pal
bubbles
that
at
way,
anyone-
Pablo.
anyone she sees.
Is it a static ability or does it follow you around?
It follows you around. It's a
Amazing.
little pet and just basically bubbles everyone. So, you know, for anyone that's meta follower, that means, as you can see, you can now use your primary. You can now use all the helmets, all that stuff.
If it still gives her the
There you go,
resistance,
you
this is
got
actually
the
really good.
First well, maybe not the first aquatic ally, but look at her.
You can either ride it or have
Magical
it as a
girl
friend.
pet, exactly.
Exactly. And
We
then
also made some base changes about a few of her abilities. Basically, when you cast them while standing, they kind of rooted you in place. So we changed, I think, 2 of them now. They don't root you in place, and that's just a general change.
and now the Loki augment, which
Which
know
is
people-
not 300 statuses.
Not 300 status.
Okay, no, that number's wrong.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you put decoy on an enemy, and then when everyone attacks them, basically they start getting hit with different statuses. It's pretty fun to see, like in game.
It's
it
bullying. It feels so sad.
It is bullying.
Every time I do it, I'm like, you are my victim. You are my decoy.
That is so good.
It also has a bit of, why are you hitting yourself?
Literally.
We did do a change to Loki in general. This is not related to the augment. The decoy now scales based on the health of the enemies around it when you spawn it. So
Okay,
that again,
interesting.
is not the augment, that's just default Loki. So
Sure.
if you now use Loki on a steel path mission near enemies, it will basically scale based on the health of those enemies.
It's a little
that
more
it
useful.
survives longer.
Did Cristiano implement that?
Yes.
He's a Loki lover, so I just wondered. Like, every now, I know.
You gotta look out for the
that's guy
Loki
who's
lovers in the
always
dev
excited to do that.
studio.
Yeah, like OG, original starter.
All right, we do have a couple general changes that we will really quickly go through. Last dev stream, we talked about Mirage Eclipse.
Yes.
We wanted to get feedback on kind of what players wanted us to do, what our options were to change it.
Future
ready?
shards.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. The
I don't know.
problem with
Probably not.
Eclipse was it just doesn't work in GI lighting
Yeah.
properly,
So
and it's
it's-
inconsistent.
But we know what we're gonna do
everywhere
now.
else.
Right.
In open world light.
And open world lighting.
Yeah, so
Oh,
your feedback
Nourish
was
is getting nerfed.
overwhelmingly to make it a toggle. As we said last time, if we made it a toggle, we're going to have to nerf it some, so we did. So essentially now it's you either, I think it's tap it for the defensive one and hold it for the attack one. I can't remember the orders, one of them.
Tap is reduce damage
right.
that Mirage takes. Hold is increase Mirage's weapon damage.
Yeah, so the tap, we basically reduce the cap from 95% to 90%.
That's
So it's
unfortunate.
not a big nerf, it's just to kind of get it in line with other abilities.
Well, let's run
And
Nourish
the
builds,
damage
maybe.
we reduce from 200 to 350%, which I know sounds like an increase, but we change the damage to work like the Chroma one. So essentially, instead of multiplying at the very end, it gets combined into
That's
your weapon
horrible.
damage,
Wait, what the
which
fuck?
Essentially, so Chroma, for reference, is at 275%.
Wow.
This was at 350%. So this is
Completely
it gives you more damage
useless
than the Chroma
Mirage.
one, essentially. And in particular, for the helmet one, it has a cap just like it always did. And I believe the cap is 350%, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so that's for Mirage, and then we are also changing Nourish.
Yeah, but just the helmet version of it. Grendel's Nourish stays exactly the same. This is just the subsume ability of it, and it's effectively just reducing the effectiveness of it.
Yeah, essentially, I mean, Nourish is like mega dominant. I think everyone realizes that It is way
Roar
above
is
the
second.
curve for everyone else.
Devour, consume is nourished there.
That is nourished.
And
Hey, I thought you wanted them to guess.
Helmet strength, helmet division
Not
C.
that one. You can
Gloom
guess
is kind of
everything
far down
else,
there.
but not that one.
Silence is so
honestly,
high.
Yeah. So basically, what we plan to do is just reduce the effectiveness. Our expectation is that it will still be the king of Helminth because it's still so powerful that it's just still gonna be the best of the best. But hopefully, it's not by as big of
sounds
a
for leveling.
margin as it is right now. Honestly, like if I were to guess, even if we cut it in half, I don't know the number. We haven't decided the number. We're trying a few things. Even if we cut it in half, it probably is going to be the most used Helminth still. So we just gotta, like, it's just by too much right now.
Yeah.
I really wish it was
Not-
just
and
being
then,
put
like,
into the
we still
category with
want
Roar.
it to be popular and good because it allows for a lot of comfortable gameplay. It's just too dominant. If this goes down below like top 7, we will review it again. Like the intention is it stays king. It's just
I'd be shocked if it leaves number 1.
yeah.
After this.
If it
I'd
leaves
be
number
shocked.
1, yeah. We are going to be measuring.
If they don't
like measured
turbo
100
nerf
times,
it to
cut
like
once,
half,
and then measure because the intention is not to knock
we
it
might be
off
able to
and
make it
send
work.
down. It's to just put like a little cap on it.
If they give it like a 30% nerf, it's probably still usable.
Don't grow your hair so high.
Yeah, I mean the two buffs that it does are so popular that I've actually literally seen a lot of forum posts saying kind of like, I'd use it if it just had one of the two.
Yeah,
and
viral's fine.
Viral and energy regen, both things that are beloved. So I think if we basically, after kind of discussing internally, the decision was to kind of reduce it like we've done with other helmets. And yeah, my expectation is that it will remain king.
Yep.
Just hopefully you don't feel like you're playing wrong if you don't put Nourish. That is it. I just don't want it to be like, oh, I want to put this other one, but I really should put Nourish because it's so good that it's almost you're playing wrong if you're not putting Nourish. That's all we want to really kind of.
I feel like I have not seen that opinion. I feel like I've just seen that Nourish opens up this different kind of build that's very good.
Slam changes, yeah. So the way that melee slams have worked always is basically when you jump and do the slam, there's a hit that you can do that's a direct hit if you hit an enemy as you're falling. That
You've
does
said
scale
that
with
opinion.
mods.
Well, yeah.
And then there's an AoE that does not scale with mods. So you'll see you jump into a group of enemies, one will get hit by 20,000 and the others will get hit by 15.
Oh, interesting.
And that's the way it's always worked.
Slam's getting scaling is kind of interesting.
Also always like, there was a lot of fear that it was going to be like a spam of slams. So, I'm still mildly scared about that. So we were using the direct hit and then making the AoE actually scale with mods, but with a multiplier. So basically, the closer you're to the center, they'll take the more damage. As you get closer to the edges, they'll take less damage. And now they'll take status, they'll take all the things that you have.
Because slams are good when you're a new player.
Now it'll actually scale properly with all the mods.
I feel like I
Then they
remember
fall
writing a
off
dev
hard because they
workshop,
don't
like,
scale
6
off
years
shit.
ago about AoE damage
So
changes.
they might be able to scale
Like, I
for
feel
at
like
least
it used to
regular
do
starter.
no damage, and it used to not. Like I'm sure if I dug up my old posts, I can feel a memory there.
All
Do the nourish
and
changes
last
hurt
thing we
Revenant?
wanna,
No.
Show in terms of some general changes are the quick access menu changes we have in the Orbiter. So, Rue, if you don't mind coming to my gameplay.
Yeah, we have a few UI things, some minor you'll see in the upgrade screen and things like that, but this is what I'm excited about. So basically, when you press Q right now in your Orbiter, you basically get nothing because it's all for gear and the gear doesn't work in the Orbiter. You basically would get that one, which is kind of useless. Now you get this quick access, so basically if she clicks on any
This
of
is
them,
good. Good for
it just
console
teleports
players.
you directly there. So it's like
nice.
much quicker.
This
so
is
instead
good.
of doing escape, equipment, arsenal, now you just do Q.
Honestly,
and
I'll
you
probably
just
use
click
this on
the top
PC.
and
Yep.
You're done.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Look at me go.
Yeah.
Good.
Just flying all over.
Good change.
Yep.
Quality of life.
And on console, it would be your input of choice. I think it's up on.
That was good for console again? Because you can just open it up super easy on console. Just spin the stick to go where you want.
And then a couple other fun things wanted to show, again, from the incredible animation team, is we have some new finishers coming to Murmur enemies.
Pairs-on finishers didn't ship with the enemies.
Nice. All right, so first we have Codename Triangle, which...
that's a shame.
Woof.
Right in the kisser.
Yeah.
And then we have Legs.
These are the Meg names.
right now.
Oh, pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. So if you
Saw
have
that
like
coming.
an Eximus set of these guys, you can mercy kill them now.
Yeah. We
But
have
is it
Slinky.
really mercy, Phil?
I don't know.
We
have
added a
Slinky
voice
up
line
next.
to this one that says, time to split.
Yeah. Now this one, I think players, when they see the hollowed vein enemy, they fear it. So this is going to be.
I don't fear it. It just
catharsis for
needs
a
to
lot
get
of people,
shot
I
a
think,
whole
when
lot.
They see these guys in
That's
a mission,
insane,
it's like,
DR.
Oh my god! And now you can stab them in the face.
It will be faster to do finishers on these guys.
Last but not least, we have
They have
DR.
DR that is out the ass. Like, it is ridiculous.
Oh.
Ignore the fact he doesn't have a head.
That's fine.
Yeah, so those will be coming in Dante Unbound as well. And then we already talked about Ascent Fusion, how we're changing it from 4 to 3 from the feedback we got from that. And
I think they just have unbelievable
we're
hit
at the
points.
end.
Oh, it's
we
both.
made it to the end. Let's do a Dante slide, shall we? Obviously, I tried my hardest to put everything in here in terms of what we talked about.
Okay, so this dev stream was a massive
So yes,
W
it is coming
go.
March. You will learn soon
Insanely,
exactly what dates in
insanely
March
large
it is going to
W
be for
approaching.
Dante Unbound. And then a very quick recap, our 56 Warframe Dante with his Exalted Tome.
Yeah, except for Mirage. Mirage gets, like,
alternate
trash
helmet,
canned.
Sandman, and armor that you saw.
Like, that super
2 new
sucks.
Incarnans, Rubox, and
But whatever.
Kronos. 2 new game modes, the Entrati Disruption and the Deep Archimedia.
Like, as long as Nourish
Zodiac
is still
Deluxe,
like
Naros
good,
Rework, 10
I'll be
Warframe
fine
modules,
with
10
that.
Regen, Ascent Fusion, and so much more that we showed.
Mirage being dumpstered is like,
I think
yeah,
our
whatever. I
intention
guess
with
it's
the stream
fine.
was everything we show is shipping in Dante Unbound. I don't think a single thing is not relevant to that update.
Right. And like there's stuff I didn't show. Like I didn't show the Bone Widow changes and stuff. Like there's still so much that
it's a big
is
one.
part of this, and we can obviously speak to it on the March dev stream.
Okay, so the
and
Mirage
beyond.
change,
So,
right now
yeah.
she's an
Thank
end
you
of
for
damage
sitting through
multiplier,
that.
so
I know one
350%
thing I
means
do
your
wanna,
total end
clarify
damage is
is,
multiplied
again,
by
we'll see you at PAX
3.5.
East for the March dev stream, which is going to be
With
very
the
exciting.
change, that
We'll be
350
there.
is a
One thing I
serration
missed, not
effect,
only is
which means
Rebecca,
it's
myself, and Jeff
additive
gonna be on
with
stage
base
for the
damage
dev stream,
increases
we're
like
gonna bring
Merciless.
a very special guest
So
who's
it's
gonna be joining us.
mega dog
Sir
shit.
Ben Starr. Ben
Absolute
Starr,
garbage.
The voice of Arthur in 1999 is going to be joining us at PAX East on the big stage.
How about the DR? The DR we don't know, but they didn't say anything about uncapping it from 75 on helmet, so it's probably
Can
useless.
he sing your Metal Gear song with you?
He can try.
Oh, is that a challenge to Ben
Yeah,
Starr?
so Mirage is going to be mega L mode.
I know I barely did any
It's 90%
prizes
for
on the
her,
stream.
but on the
Rue,
helmet
I'm
it's
so sorry.
75.
I would love to do. I'm going to mix this up for 1 second. Can we do? What's that?
I started one, so.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Well,
Rue.
actually, and the most important thing of all, not in Megan's recaps, sticky corners are being fixed in.
Oh, the sticky
We
corners.
showed a lot of that, so that's why I
know.
didn't show any. I'm sorry.
That's
A
Dante.
little
Dante.
We don't run
clarification,
Serration anymore. I was going to think
because
we'll
there's
run.
confusion.
Oh, no,
We're
no.
just
We don't
talking
run
about,
Serration anymore because
Bone
we get
Widow. She's
Merciless.
The enemy version.
Not
of
the
that.
player
sorry,
version.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We talked about that in the dev stream last month, and I just Anyways, oh god, Macbury.
What's up with
Macabre.
Netrocells? They fixed
Macabre.
Netrocells, or they're going to.
47 of the theater.
I'd rather they trash Nourish.
You have
Fuck
Is it
that.
1,000 platinum? 1,000 platinum. Please whisper the Warframe Twitch channel you watch right now. In-game alias.
Is Eclipse nerf? Holy shit, yeah.
1,000 platinum. I would love
I would
to do
I would
1,000
rather that
platinum
over
and
Nourish
give
nerf.
away some of the give away some of the Star Days pins that we currently have in the market. They're not.
I do think the Mirage change is like not good though.
She's mine.
So
They
some
don't have-
really
there's not a
awesome
good reason
Star
to do
Days
that to
pins,
Mirage.
as well as 1,000 platinum going together.
No
One
point in
big
using
bundle.
Eclipse
And then
now as a
we'll give
helmet.
away Ghost
Correct.
Prime, because he's the current Prime.
Uh-huh.
No other.
There's no clue what the next
There's
one is.
no
one
clue.
knows.
Dante.
No idea.
Dante Prime.
Why do you like Nourish?
Dante
It opens
Prime.
up a lot of build variety.
I believe you.
Thank you for believing me, Kaz. I've always believed.
Like there's a lot of Warframes that can use it to like create a build they wouldn't
And some really
otherwise
cool
be able to
Star Days
do.
pins going to Toothless Hawkins.
Because it has like the
Yes.
propensity to
Oh,
replace like
Hawkins.
certain mods that are hard
Please
to
whisper
replace.
the Warframe Twitch channel you watch right now, in-game alias platform, play Warframe on, and we will get you your 1,000 platinum and some really fun Star Days pins. Let's run a Gauss Prime Access as we do our closing words. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. Eric, Kaz, Reb, Pablo with no voice.
Guaranteed 90% DR and Eclipse isn't going to see play, you don't think?
Pablo.
I mean, Mirage will be. No, no,
I
okay,
just said
let me be clear. Mirage will be
What
fine.
was that?
If her
I
helmet
can read
allows
Pablo's
90%
minds. I can
DR,
tell you what he's thinking.
then it will be used. But it will not be used for damage.
Gauss Prime Access has gone to Dokuro Plague.
Yep.
Dakuro Plague, congratulations, you won. Gauss Prime Access, please whisper the Warframe Twitch chatting watch right now. In-game aliens, platform, play Warframe on, and we will get you Gauss Prime Access. I think I got everything. I apologize that it's 3:30.
Kick-ass job, Meg. That was a great stream.
Seemed to go overtime. I think I got all the slides.
There was a million things to talk about.
That was a good
It should be this long.
We got some coin punching.
Yeah. We got weapons.
We know Dante Unbound is going to be out in March.
Save that.
I'm going to say we know that they're going to be going to PAX, which is at the end of March. So the end of March, I think, is right out. I think it's probably going to be. Let me look at dates.
Do it on the iOS.
But I'm going to make an educated guess here.
I should check on that hotfix before we go. Not to interrupt, but the fourth ability seems
March
okay. So we are working on a release
14th
candidate
makes
for
the
the
most
next
sense.
fix for the iOS launch. It's been crazy to have launched it after years of work.
Yeah, 13th or 14th.
We are standing by to keep.
Could be the 20th
keep
is
it going.
possible.
Yep, it is
fixes
right
fun.
in there with all the other, hotfix urgencies that we have for all the platforms. So
Yeah, we were doing a lot of interviews for it, and they were like, "What will you use it for?" I was like, "Well, for Barrow, of course. I'll never miss a Barrow again." And sure enough, Barrow came today,
He's
and I
here.
could just. I didn't even have to get out of
Perfect
bed.
use case.
I was just
you
like.
could be on the toilet buying Barrow stuff.
I'm always on the toilet.
21st is DD2. That's true.
Rue, thank you so much for running the behind the scenes.
Thank you,
You're the
Rue.
king. Thank you, everyone here, for spending an hour and a half here. Apologize again. And chat, thank you for being here.
When's Tearless
We'll
dropping?
see you next time
We're trying to
or
get there.
In Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah. Are you coming to PAX?
Are you coming to PAX?
Are
Do you have
coming
a
to
phone?
PAX?
I wish I
We're
was
on the
gonna be
main
at PAX.
stage doing a main stage panel live
But
audience.
DD2 will be out, so I'll be fine.
We'll be there.
Will you be there?
Will you?
Also, hopefully, I'm moved into the new house by
Who's gonna be there?
DD2. Oh God.
All right. Have a wonderful day, everyone. We'll see
Could
you
be
next
so busy.
time. Bye-bye.
No release window. We know March. New house. Yes. Me and Sarah have gotten a new house. And the move in is relatively soon. Yeah, that was fantastic. In general, we have 2 L's, but the amount of W's in this stream were insane.
Hi Zyme.
Absolutely gigantic amount of W's. When is Rivals? Rivals is at 5. And about a half hour is check-in time, though, so there's not really any time to go out of stream. What's the 2 L's? Nourish is being nerfed, and so is Mirage. Part of Mirage is being buffed, part of Mirage is being nerfed. The Mirage nerf is gonna affect a lot of people that were using that for the different boot camps, because it was the core reason those boot camps existed. So that's gonna be tough. The Helminth Nourish, we don't know how much it's being nerfed. I think if it gets a 30% nerf, if it goes to 70% of its effect, that'll be fine. I think that's fine. That's okay. I would rather it go into the same category as Roar so that it can't be an overlapper. What do you mean by boot camp? Let's not talk about that. Okay, all right. I always forget that no one knows what that means. Boot camps are wherever you do mega try hard shit. So I'm talking about doing 30-second runs of Profit Taker, which is a thing you can do. It is turbo, insane, placement matters, resetting for spawns, mega infinite try hard shit. That's what boot camping is. Mirage was used for a ton of that stuff. So that will not be used for that anymore, guaranteed. It will never be used for that again. With the way the multiplier is going to be changed, it is dead for that exact purpose. Mainly use Mirage on Eidolon hunts. Yeah, that's dead. That's not gonna.
Is pleased to see you.
That will no longer be good. Even outside of boot camps, it was used for Helmet. I think it was used. I don't know. I use it very rarely for Helmet. I think it's only on my Volt for Eidolon hunts. Is it back to Roar for that? Almost certainly, yeah. The community did that. Well, it was pretty high up there in terms of the subsumes. It wasn't that high, but it was on the list. It was in the top 10. Roar or Nourish if it's not god awful, yeah. Roar nerf incoming after too? What do you mean? Roar is already nerfed. Why was silence so high? Apparently a lot of people use it for leveling, which sounds miserable. I can't believe people are still doing that, but How hard of a nerf is it for regular play? I mean, in terms of regular play, Mirage's damage is going to be infinitely worse if you're playing as her, but whatever. And in terms of regular play, I would never use it. Like, I don't use it on, like, any Warframe I would play regularly. It's always for specific shit because there's better options otherwise. But people like to use it. There's that. How are we feeling about Sandy Saren? I think Inaros rework looks great. I think that Inaros rework looks fantastic. For Protea Prime in April. Oh, yeah. I mean, of course. Thoughts on the Kalerva augment? The Kalerva augment's going to be really good. Making it so that his 4 follows you is crazy. Your Mirage build be salvaged by using Roar instead. Probably. Probably. We don't even know if her 4 is going to work. Because, like, I don't know if DE knows that her 4 is based on light level. Like, that's, like, a thing that I don't know that is known. Because, like, that's pretty specific. Because, like, the light level stuff's all being broken. So I don't know if that means that her 4 is going to work anymore. Because her 4 needed you to be in the light in order for it to be good. So we'll see. The level
Hey,
of Mirage.
chat,
That
have you heard
will
about
also be
Twitch
way worse,
Prime?
actually.
Did you know you can link your Amazon Prime to your Twitch and subscribe to your fave streamer for 30 days?
Arrow's still
for
not
free?
getting DR, good reworks, but DR. He's going to be invincible most of the time. You see the Citrine
Welcome to
augment
the
20
club,
meters?
buddy.
Yeah, that Citrine augment looks nice. They said use this augment to turn your Citrine into also a DPS.
That's pretty good.
If it comes out and isn't good and people complain to you, you'll probably take note of it. Yeah, it's like a weird. Her 4 is so weird. Also, Rachel, you're DE. Wait a minute. But yeah, it's gonna be very strange if her 4 is still coupled to light level. Because like who knows how long that would still work for, right? Like it could work whenever
Welcome
this
to the
comes
club,
out,
buddy.
but like at some point it might break. I don't make the decisions, I just test them. That's
Welcome
true.
to the club, buddy.
It's true. But you do a good test.
Welcome to the club, buddy.
Flo, thank you for the prime. Much appreciate it. Opinion, if they nerf the damage half of Nourish, it'll be fine. Between us, I feel like Mirage should just get a new ability instead at that point. No, I don't think you give her a new ability. I really wish that it was not being changed to the Chroma. Because, like, historically, they changed Chroma to be that way, and then we all stopped using Chroma for everything. So, like, it's going to have the same effect. Like, we already know what happens. We already know the outcome. They changed Chroma to work that way, and we all stopped using Chroma. We dropped that motherfucker like a bad habit. Like, it was over. So, like, what's going to happen to Mirage? I don't know. He also gets, like, double the amount that she gets. What are the high-level Thrax like now that viral status is care of it? We did a level cap run yesterday, or the day before yesterday, and it was totally fine. You got to shoot a couple more times.
What if they make her 4 to
Sometimes
be
you
based
shoot
on
3
what form
times.
her
A lot of the
eclipse
time
is
you
in?
shoot twice. Not a big deal. If you actually have the gear for it, you're fine. And like we did level cap, so if you're doing less than level cap, you're mega fine. Don't worry about the changes to the ghosts. It was big chill.
Nice.
What augment are you most excited for? I don't know if it's the Citrine or the Neja one. They both seem really interesting. That Neja one seemed really cool. The Ureli one is also super sick. Like there's a lot of good augments in this. Yeah, the Kalerva one seems interesting. Kalerva one is... I'm not 100% sure it makes it into a build. It probably does, though. What's the Citrine
With how
one?
they changed Eclipse and basically destroyed the only good point of Mirage, my trust in how they handle nerfing Nourish has been reduced to 0. B33 think.
Yeah, I mean, we have to see what happens with Nourish whenever it comes out. And then if it's horrible, then, like, you know. I mean, hey, it's the most used one, so there will be people to complain if it's unusable. I have a dog here that's being pet. Actually, probably needs to be run outside. So, here, 1 second. Let me just, boop. All right. We are going to do a little BRB. And then we will talk more about the Devstream before getting into Twitch Rivals, because that starts in about an hour. So I got to run this dog out before I'm embroiled in competition. So I will do the old BRB. Oh god. Oh god, the UI has to catch up to what the fucking you guys did earlier. Jesus. Jesus. Alright, but yeah, that's, why is this so small? Larger. Large. There we go. Much better. But yeah, I will be right back. I'm going to take the dog out real quick. What's the Twitch Rivals? What game? Twitch Rivals is competitive Pal World team gameplay. We did day 1 yesterday. My team, we're currently in 4th, I believe it is. But that should change at the beginning of the competition today. There should be some swift change in the rankings. But yeah, I will be right back. I'm going to take the dog out real quick.
Welcome to the club, buddy.
All right. Hello, everyone. I return. Thank you all for sticking with us through the Be Right Back. The pupper has gone outside. He is all taken care of and good. I've achieved more water. Threw away all my dumpling trash from earlier. Would we like to discuss more Devstream things? Time it's hilarious. The Chroma augment simply says Chroma dies, period. Vex armor augment. Chroma takes 50% of damage dealt to allies. Squad kills restore 5% of his health and increase duration by 1 second. Why does it say that he dies? Remember you had the solution for Inaris' new augment slash proc, you didn't elaborate? You know what, it's probably been enough time. There's an arcane that just makes it so you can't get slash proc. Like, it turns off slash procs for you. Zime, do you still play Yu-Gi-Oh? They released the Snake Eye stuff, and I didn't want to spend $200 getting it on Master Duel, so I'm taking a break until they do the ban wave that's going to be necessary on that deck because it's too broken. Am I overreacting, or did Mirage just get beheaded? The damage part of Mirage got beheaded for sure. Negation Swarm changes affect the proc. They do.
How was the Devstream? I missed it.
Devstream was fantastic. I mean, we got like a couple pieces of bad news, and they were near the end, which is going to hurt it depending on how much you care about Mirage. And also, there's room to worry about Nourish, but based on what they said, you know, maybe it'll be fine. Maybe. But everything else was a banger. New Inaros looks great. Dante looks like he has a lot of potential, and he looks awesome. Yeah, just like really good quality of life changes. Like, they didn't even get to how Bone Widow is changing, apparently. But, like, yeah, a lot of good changes. Like, it is going to be huge. Oh yeah, call. Yeah, no more call. No more call. We're free. We're free from call. Whenever this drops. Oh, is it only enemy Bone Widows? Okay. Oh, only enemy changes. Okay, we'll still see. Still though, they're still annoying. We're free from call. Yeah, call's shard is being moved to the Entrati. We will not have to do call anymore. Yeah, and then there's a nice handful of augments that are like going to create new builds. Yeah, no, I mean, it looks like the new game mode for the labs is Disruption, with like a little bit of a twist on it. That's where we're gonna get Dante pieces. The new Incarnins. One of them looks like it's probably gonna be MR fodder, but like be like fine and good, which is the punching fists that turn into claws. Those seem like they're gonna be fine. Probably nothing to write home about really, but the secondary seems like it has a lot of potential. The Archimedia, the deep Archimedia. For those of you that do not have maxed out Cavia, you need rank 5 Cavia to even access this system. It's basically, I talked about this like a long time ago. Apparently Pablo's been working on it a long time because it's a great idea that not only I have said before. It's essentially a weekly Warframe draft where basically it's how do I put this? Basically you get like a bunch of options, and you get to choose challenges to take, and you get like here's 3 warframes to choose from for a challenge, here's 3 weapons, here's in each slot, and you get to, like, you know, make a loadout from that stuff in order to complete challenges, in order to do a series of 3 missions with no breaks in between, which is also really cool. So warframes that are really good at a variety of things is great. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be really cool. That shit looks sweet. Also, they're fixing Netracells. Netracells are going to have all of the dog shit removed from them. Like, they pretty much said that word for word in no uncertain terms, which sounds great. It seems like maybe the melee adapters will still be in there. But they said all the arcanes, besides the exclusive ones, are leaving, which we love. And then for the Archimedia, it costs 2 of your vault runs per week to run, but it gives 5 rewards, with one of them being a guaranteed legendary arcane, which is whatever, and honestly probably kind of skippable. But that means you can get like more rewards from that pool. You'll be able to get up to 8 instead of 5 if you can do max challenge on the Archimedia, which is really cool. Also, the enemy level for the Archimedia is like level 325 to 350. It's basically Netracell's a further acceleration. Bring back OG Mark for Death. What do you think? Sure, it wasn't OP whenever they nerfed it anyway. But yeah, 3 shards, not 4 for the fusion. That's fantastic news. Is your Grendel build the same as your Grendel Prime build? Right now they're 1 mod different, but it's pretty minor. And I'm not sure that it's even right to change it. Inaros now A tier. We don't know that for sure. We don't know that for sure, but he sure looked like a warframe that could be A tier. Steinax augment. Yeah, I've got to look at all of the augments. I might have a package of who else are you planning to do build refresh for before the tier list? Really hoping for a Garuda one. Garuda's not on the list currently because there's not anything really different with her. Gonna check out the Elden Ring DLC when it drops? Yes, for sure. I feel like a lot of people missed drops today, and with the rewards being insane, that really sucks. Yeah, I don't know if I actually missed drops. I didn't even look. I was just taking Finn out right away. Let me. It doesn't actually matter. I'll look at it later. It's not a big deal. I've got too much stuff going on with Twitch Rivals about to start and things. I don't know what was going on. I unlinked and relinked my account a few times, but never got any notification. We'll look at the Discord message I sent. I did a thing for Twitch Rivals. I have not seen anything. Oh, I did not accepted this DM yet. Hey, look at this. Oh, Snow, you did the same. I did this separately from you doing this. This might be more specific, though. Yeah, I think you did the confirm on what we have. You're still streaming on YouTube? Oh, yeah. Whoopsies. Okay, well, I'm